Hello and welcome to the
E3!
It's here! Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
audience.
Yeah, waiting to start off that headphone users.
Yes, it is.
We had to start it somehow.
We have listeners that listen strictly audio only, and
Yeah.
you just broke their
Sorry.
eardrums. Thank you guys for joining us. This is the Super Basement Bro Show. I'm Connor, and I'm joined by Tanner and Hasten as usual.
Hi.
We are all very excited for E3. This is our E3 predictions episode. So, E3 is just around the corner.
This is the best time of the year.
It
This
is.
is better than
It's
Christmas.
like Christmas.
This is Christmas for video game fans.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
If you are new to the podcast, I forgot to do this last episode. We are a podcast dedicated to celebrating the world of entertainment. We love all things that are related to movies, video games, theme parks, pop culture, all that stuff. So if that sounds like stuff you're interested in, please consider subscribing to us on YouTube or on your favorite podcast services like Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify.
Yes, ma'am.
We appreciate all your guys' feedback and
All your
give us
favorite
give us
Your
ratings.
Google Home. You can find us
yeah,
on Google
yeah.
Home.
Ask your
If you
Google,
have Google-
say, play Super Basement Bros. And he does it.
He does
She
it.
does it.
Yeah, you can follow us on social media, right?
Yeah,
Tim?
go check us out on Instagram at Super Basement Bros and then on Twitter at Super Bros Videos. We also have a Facebook page, but just go check us out anywhere you like to. Just look at our name anywhere. Like, we are an entertainment podcast, but today's episode will be exclusively about video games because we are talking about E3, which is, of course, if you don't know, E3 is a gaming convention event where basically they announce every game possible. It's where companies.
No, it's basically
It's where companies can come and.
It used to be more of like a marketing thing, really, before.
Yeah,
It's like San Diego Comic-Con for movies.
Well, it kind of is still a marketing. A lot.
Oh yeah, it is. I just mean in terms of like it used to be more business related
Yeah.
back in the day. Nowadays, it's like essentially just a reveal
Yeah,
thing.
it's where
stuff
companies
is
get the chance or the opportunity if they don't want to do their own event or announce it themselves. They can come and like announce games or even preview
Or show it off on the
original
show
games,
floor.
show off games. Yeah, there's a lot that gets announced here. It's a huge event. It gets bigger every year. I swear.
well,
I mean,
kinda.
we talked about it in our
Yeah.
last episode,
PlayStation's not going to be here.
which is
so.
true. But we also talked about it in our last episode. Netflix will be there now, so it's like it always gets bigger. There's always new companies coming in. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Google Stadia. So, anyway.
Yeah. Like we were saying though, we thank you guys for joining us. To give you a little bit of a rundown, what we'll be doing is we'll be going through predictions for all of the major conferences. So we're talking Nintendo, Xbox or Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA, Bethesda, Square Enix has one I think too.
Netflix.
I guess we can even do like some of the other ones like Netflix. I guess I don't know if they're doing a conference.
So we'll probably
though.
do Microsoft and
Definitely
Nintendo.
Nintendo,
and
yeah.
each one of them have an episode. And
They'll be
Bethesda
the
and Microsoft
biggest
might be in the
ones.
same one because they're on the same day. We might do it in the same episode.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying for our predictions, we're also doing all these.
Oh, yeah.
today. But yeah, PlayStation, as you guys know probably by now, is not at E3, which is a little unfortunate. It would
Weirdly enough.
have been fun to give predictions for PlayStation because they're one of the big three. But
Somebody else
not
announced
this year.
too that they're not there. EA.
no,
EA's not there.
Well,
EA has a conference,
EA's there, but they're not at E3. I think they're
Right.
doing their own like press conference the day before it starts. So they're basically there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No Anthem 2. Dang it.
at this point already, announce it.
They're like, oh, the first one failed,
First one failed miserably, mainly because we are horrible at managing companies.
and we really need
And
to stop
microtransactions
making games and
and
give all of our properties to somebody else. But anyway, back to the podcast.
Well, should we start
start
out with
with
EA?
EA?
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
start with
I had
EA
a
since
joke
we're on the
saved
top-
up for this, okay? My prediction, EA is going to open up their first casino in Las Vegas.
That would be dope. That would be so cool.
I think that's, dude. I honestly
you don't
think that's
get-
a real possibility.
you don't get money.
No.
You get
You
in-game
buy
currency.
loot boxes, and you get in-game currency.
No, it gives you like guns, and it'll be like, congratulations, you got the legendary AR, and then you're like, what do I do with it? Nothing. Good job.
We're EA.
We're EA. Yeah.
That was my joke. It was pretty funny.
That's good.
That was a good joke, Case, and you are a funny.
I am
comedian,
funny.
man.
I am funny.
Like me.
Well, what do you? I was thinking here we can do this a couple ways. It's up to you guys. We can kind of just shoot the stuff, and just go over and just do however many predictions we want, or we can make this.
How about each of us
get like only a certain amount, and then we kind of can do a later recap episode to see who got the most right.
How about each of us get one prediction for each conference?
Each conference.
That's
I like
it. There's a lot
Well,
of stuff.
Of the Xbox, maybe we get 2 or 3.
I say-
I say multiple
5 each.
games. I think
We have up to 5.
Okay.
I say, but no more than 5. And then,
But you could do like any.
But
they're gonna talk about Halo Infinite. I got it right.
Well, yeah, but that's a prediction, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a guarantee. There's a possibility. On one of my predictions, spoiler alert, is
I bet Xbox is
I
gonna
think
be
Halo
there.
Infinite won't be there. I think because I think it's going to be a launch for the next Xbox. I think they're going to hold it off till 2020.
True.
So since we're starting with EA, I'm going to just get this prediction correct. They're going to talk about something about sports.
No,
What? Oh my god.
I think you're
And
crazy.
and Just Dance.
No. Oh, you're thinking Ubisoft.
Do you think?
dang it.
Do you think they'll? Do you think
Definitely got that one.
they might talk about like Jedi Fallen Order or something?
Yeah, I do think there's going to be at least another trailer for Jedi Fallen Order. Maybe gameplay.
I hope
Or
gameplay.
something.
Yeah, so for EA, what I have is
and you'll have
sports, obviously.
Apex Legends. I think something's going to be there. Maybe
Apex.
with Respawn.
I didn't even
like
think
maybe about
that.
season 2.
Because
Or
yeah,
something
we
there.
haven't heard anything about that yet.
And as we've seen recently, Apex has gone down majorly in
drastically.
viewership and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they really do a big push. I really hope they do because
Yeah, Apex
when
was
when we
fun.
started playing Apex, it was fun, and
We
I
were-
hope
Like
they-
we
played it.
crapped on the season 1, which we actually have a video about that but like I'd love to see it again. It was tons of fun.
yeah, I hope they do some sort of big push. Maybe it would be cool if they did something like, hey, something's happening to the map, like this crazy.
It
thing's
needs
happening.
something though,
Like,
because
the entire right side of the map is cutting off and becoming this.
An
Like,
island.
Becoming a jungle instead of a desert.
yeah,
it'd be sick.
yeah.
Or like it cuts off, and now there's like swimming mechanics where to get to that other side of the island you have to swim. I don't know. Like this game needs something though. It needs something because
It needs
in its
CPR.
in its current state, it's
CPR.
not. Yeah, that's what it
needs
needs.
to be
It needs some
resuscitated.
life. No,
For real,
in its
though.
current state, it's not in a very good spot.
Yeah, I think EA is probably the easiest conference to guess what they're
Yeah.
gonna have. We
It's
don't
going to be
really,
like half an hour of sports and 10 minutes of whatever else they have.
They might
It
bring
really
up
will
Battlefield, and then
We know
their
Madden-
system goes wrong, and the video won't work, and it's really awkward.
Do
Will
you guys
Smith will
know,
be there.
do-
Hey!
Hey, that's not.
Oh, that's hot. Do you guys know if the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale ever launched?
Yeah,
Oh, Battlefield!
Firestorm?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
did?
it did.
Mhm.
Okay.
It
I didn't
was
know
a
if that had
suck.
come out yet.
Well,
It had some issues.
well, and it's not even like that. It might have been a great battle royale, but it wasn't popular. Like nobody played it because it came
Well, it came out
so
like 6
late.
months after they released
because it got
right?
delayed so long, and
Well, when they launched it, they were so overloaded with their servers that they were trying to support it, and it would take 10 minutes to get into a game. Where you
Bat-
go to like Apex, and it's like, boom, you're in a game.
Battlefield
Call of Duty,
5.
boom, you're in a game. Like
Yeah.
Fortnite, boom, you're in a game.
Battlefield 5 has had troubles anyway from the start.
Yeah.
I think credit to Angry Joe. I think he talks about it. Literally since the game came
Angry
out.
Joe probably gets a lot of
Credit from
revenue
us,
from
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, the two.
He is
all
my,
of the
he is
good
where I
friendly
watch a
listeners.
lot
so
of my
he gets
content.
2 more viewers.
Yeah,
No,
he gets 2 viewers.
our
Thanks to
grand,
us.
thanks, Grandpa. Okay. No,
You're
but like,
welcome, Angry Joe.
he talks about it like from the game, like when it came out, it had the campaign and then all the modes said coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming May 12th. Coming May 29th. Like it was really weird. It was not a finished game. They rushed the crap out of it. The Battle Royale didn't come out till later.
Yeah.
And I would argue to say the Battle Royale fad is slowly dropping.
hard.
Definitely. Which I knew it would.
Will it stay that way though? I don't know.
I don't know, I think there'll be other games that really
Yeah.
that are like, well, this
Yeah.
is cool.
Definitely.
The thing
I
is,
mean,
they're gonna have to change something, though. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? They got to change something with it because, like, it's literally the same thing in every battle
Yeah.
royale.
it's true.
You can change game mechanics like Apex did, kind of brought back life to it.
Right. Or have new modes.
where they have like this jumping and this like the like sliding down mountains, and the gunplay is a little different. But otherwise, like this stuff's just dying.
Well, and I think we need more stuff like the Alcatraz.
It doesn't seem sustainable, really,
yeah.
because like
It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot you can do with it.
yeah, and like if Apex when it came out, everyone was like, "Holy crap, this is gonna be something that actually competes with Fortnite," and then now it's like
Granted, though,
in
you
dirt.
might.
So it's like how
Fortnite's
who-
dropping
how-
too, though. You know.
Well,
what
yeah,
I mean?
I mean, even Fortnite's dropping, but what I mean is like, is there anything that's going to be able to revigorate life into this? Like,
I
what
don't know,
do you do
'cause
to mix it up?
My personal opinion is when people talk about will Battle Royale die, I don't think so, because you look at something like Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch is in almost every game, like online game, where it's like it's player versus player. You have teams and you fight. I feel like Battle Royale might become just one of those modes where it's in every game. Like, oh, there's Slayer where you're like 1v1, everyone's on their own, and then there's Team Deathmatch, and then there's a Battle Royale mode. Where
I don't know. I mean, it's an expensive mode.
Yeah,
and that's a big.
It's
map.
a big mode.
I mean,
That's huge servers to support 100 players in a single match. Plus,
True.
It was a big undertaking for Treyarch with Blackout too. So,
and the thing is like Battle Royale. It's not gonna just disappear.
and you have to update it, as we've seen with Apex.
Yeah,
if
you
you
have
don't
to keep
update it,
It
people
dies,
are
yeah.
gonna fall away.
Well, and that's why I feel like Fortnite was so successful, because Fortnite's a great game, but if it wasn't updated as much as it is, it would not be nearly as supported. People wouldn't be playing it, because the reason why Fortnite is so amazing and why so many people play it is because literally every single day, every single week, they're like, new gun, new map, new something, you know. We've talked about this before, but I don't know. I don't think Battle Royale is going anywhere. I do think it's going to decline a lot, but it's kind of, now that we know about it, it can't just like disappear and nobody does Battle Royale anymore, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's a relatively new thing. I mean, we had like some games recently. Like it started recently with like Minecraft Hunger Games, and then there was like PUBG, and then Fortnite. You know,
Well,
it's
real
still
fast,
pretty new.
do you guys think that we'll see Battlefield in any shape or form at EA's press conference? Because
Maybe.
Battlefield's kind of in a weird state right now where it's always been a competitor-esque with Call of
COD,
Duty,
yeah.
but I feel like recently it's kind of
COD's
gone
stomping
out
it
of the
right
limelight.
now.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of, I don't know why it's ever been, because it's a different game experience.
I mean, it's a shooter with
it's a
multiplayer
shooter
mode.
mode.
Well, it's big maps, more control based. Like you take control of certain areas of the map, and then it becomes.
Well,
your
they
map
also
and
have like Team
vehicles.
Deathmatch.
Because Battlefield, I'd say, is more closely related to Halo, if anything, because Halo has like the vehicle play, bigger maps, controlling zones. You know, because Call of Duty is more like run and gun, quick action. Like we talk about it in a Call of Duty episode, or just talking about Call of Duty. It's so fast paced, and Battlefield, even like Battlefield 1 was free with Games with Gold a while ago, and playing it's fun, it's dope. It's really slow though. It's way slow paced.
I think the reason it gets these comparisons though is because I mean it used to be Battlefield 3 and Black Ops 2. I mean they're the same. They were like the same thing.
Yeah.
Both slow paced. Both. I mean Black
Like
Ops
decently
2.
paced, yeah.
Yeah, like they're not slow. Like Battlefield 3 wasn't slow. I mean it's slower paced than Black Ops 2 obviously because Black Ops 2 had maps like Hijacked where it's like this tiny.
It's a
little,
tiny boat,
you know.
yeah.
But where the maps are bigger and there are vehicles, but shooter's a shooter. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
They're the same target audience.
and same
Which,
controls.
It makes me kind of sad because I didn't realize, like, I was never really a fan of the Battlefields. I've never really been a fan. Battlefield 1 was really the first one that I actually played because I played the demo, and it was actually really fun. And I was kind of
Battlefield
looking...
1 was a really big success, I think.
Yeah,
for
it
the
was.
most part, right?
I feel like it was during that time when everyone was, like, upset about EA and microtransactions.
I think the bigger thing was that people were really upset the direction Call of Duty was going with like the futuristic
Call of Duty,
stuff,
and then they
were
they were
like way
boots on
too
the ground.
crazy futuristic, and then I think EA had the thing at their press conference where they're like, Battlefield 1 is boots on the ground. Like they said all the things people wanted to hear.
I even specifically remember...
But what they did is they're like, this is Battlefield's boots on the ground. Titanfall,
Yeah.
you know,
See,
Titanfall
that's funny
2
you
Oh,
mentioned
that's right.
that
Yeah, it
because
was the same year,
is
right?
jump. Yeah,
I literally
like, remember there was that year where it was Battlefield, Titanfall. I think it was
Call of
Battlefield
Duty
4
in the same month.
Well, no,
yeah.
that's
And
what I was
Titanfall
going to
got
mention.
destroyed.
There's,
yeah,
because of
Battlefield
there's
2 or Titanfall 2,
Got
there's a
destroyed,
vivid
yeah.
memory in my mind.
and it was
of
probably the best of all the games.
when
at launch.
Battlefield
Yeah, I
1
think
was
so, too.
released. I remember there was a big meme that I remember it so well. It was like the game industry nowadays, and it showed like it was Infinite Warfare was that year, Destiny, Titanfall, all these super futuristic jump pack crazy movement games. And then it's like, and then there's Battlefield 1, and it's like World War 1. You know, like they're catching up. But like that's what made it such a big success. Is because it was different. But I don't know, like they didn't try to innovate. They just went to World War 2, and then they didn't do it very well. And then it wasn't a full game. And then they tried to do a battle royale, and it just didn't work.
Well, and it's called Battlefield 5, so it's really confusing.
They confused
It's
it.
like-
1, 5, like where's the other
It's
three?
like,
4.
or it's like, what number are you
Yeah.
at? I
Well,
don't
there was a
understand.
Battlefield 4.
Yeah. That's
Well, yeah, before though. You know what I
that's
mean?
the
Like,
confusing thing.
because there was technically already Battlefield 1, which was the first one, and then they did Battlefield 1 again, and now they did Battlefield 5. But the 4 was before.
To be like, Mom, I
1.
want Battlefield 1 for Christmas.
It's
Okay.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Give you the PlayStation game.
Yeah.
The original. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've made jokes about that, about the Xbox One when it first came out. We were like, Xbox One?
Yeah, EA is, I think, easily the most predictable press conference. I think it's going to be a lot of sports, as we talk about. Madden, FIFA will be there for sure.
Which I had hopes, like, last year, I remember they shook it up with Anthem. I was like, oh, wow, like, EA's making
Anthem
cool.
looked awesome, and
then
then we saw how that turned out.
It was a classic EA game, obviously.
But I wonder if they're going to have some sort of big push for, like, a new game besides Jedi Fallen Order, because once Jedi Fallen Order comes out, what does EA have that isn't, like, just your generic sports game?
Battlefield
Their sports, that's all they really need.
Yeah.
Sports. I mean, those sports games
They
make so
sell
much
a
money.
ton,
It's
yeah.
crazy they do.
But
Even if
EA
they're just
always,
a roster refresh.
I mean,
EA
Madden
always
alone
does,
makes
though.
billion, like over $1 billion.
Mhm.
You know, so
Which is crazy.
They always do, though, make
something
that's different.
Well, I feel like it's the
So-
most, back to the sports games, they're the most approachable games to non-gamers.
You guys, I wonder if there'll be anything Mass Effect related. Or do you think it's too
after
soon?
Andromeda, I don't know. And BioWare's stuff that's happening with
But
them right now.
BioWare's
Like,
struggling
Yeah,
with
Mass Effect
Anthem
won't be
too.
there, I guess.
Like we might even see some closures of some studios soon.
Well, yeah, E3, they're like, we're happy
we're
to announce
closing
BioWare.
BioWare is done.
Respawn really
be
pissed us
horrible.
off. They're closed. Canceling
Dude,
last
That'd be
Oh my
night.
fun.
God.
That'd be hilarious. Everyone's like, oh, and then they're like, and we also closed DICE, and everyone's like, yeah, and they're like, huh?
No, DICE is great.
Do you think
Dice-
we might get a Titanfall 3?
Oh, no, they already said that they weren't working on it.
That's not
it's-
true.
Yeah,
Well,
did
they
say-
mentioned
They
that they wanted
confirmed
to.
that they are working on a Titanfall
yeah, they
3.
confirmed they are working on a
Um,
Titanfall related project.
But
Yes.
do you think it would
because
be this
Apex
soon?
Legends was part of the Titanfall world?
Yeah, but do you think
So-
it'd be so soon?
I don't
after
think so.
Apex?
I think they're too busy with Fallen Order. I don't think it'll be anytime soon. I think EA's press conference is going to be the most boring press
Wait,
conference.
so Respawn's making Fallen Order then, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I think we'll
they're
see-
probably
Which
really
that's a
good.
company I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
The most
I'm very
exciting
good.
thing for the EA press conference for me is going to be gameplay of
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Definitely.
Like, if there's not gameplay for Fallen Order, I'm going to be like,
Well,
what are you guys hiding?
And to
from
be
with
honest,
this
like
game?
I bought Anthem and I was like, do I have it anymore? Like I deleted it already, but I'd like to see if they talk about it. Maybe they'll be like, there's a huge update coming because they've even stated that they're trying to change the state.
I wonder if they're going to stick with it and try to support it.
I
'cause
hope
They
so.
said I think they said they're supporting it.
Yeah, they
but-
said that they want to stick with it and make it a better.
Not
game.
to cross streams here with another conference, but one of my predictions for the Bethesda conference is I actually think Bethesda is going to come out and really push Fallout 76. I think they're going to come
think
out and
so?
say, we're going to update this game like crazy. We know we made a mistake. We know you guys are disappointed. Here's all this new content. Look at all this new stuff we have down the pipeline.
See,
coming
I
for you
thought
guys.
that too, though, because remember, I think
So
I
I
mentioned
wonder.
that.
I wonder if they'll do it with Anthem too. If
I think
EA
I
will do the
mentioned
same
that
thing.
around Christmas though. Before I had it, I think after playing it, I don't know though because maybe. But,
What's sorry, no, never mind. I'll save that.
Okay.
what?
No, keep going.
Okay, I just think Bethesda Softworks, the actual main company. I don't think they played a huge role in 76. I think they made it seem like they were, but I definitely think it was their.
It's a Bethesda
It was-
published game. It's
yeah.
a Bethesda game.
Yeah, and
So-
well, and even Bethesda Softworks.
Well, if we're done with
worked
EA,
on
let's
it.
move on to the next.
Yeah, I think we
conference.
should.
Yeah,
Which would be
EA
Bethesda.
EA
Nothing
is-
much more.
I think there's gonna be gameplay for Fallen Order. That's
Yeah.
about it. So
That's. I don't think it's
EA
going to be a great.
EA's
Conference.
that's gonna. I think they're gonna be. If
I
ranking
think
them
that's
10
a
out of
conference
10s,
I'm not going to watch, and I'm just going to look at the trailer for Fallen
Yeah,
Order.
you'll find. I'll probably watch it,
I'll
but
probably
I won't
watch
be
it
paying
just
too much
because,
attention.
but I'm
yeah.
not. It'll be in the background.
Unless it's like all of a sudden they announce something cool. Yeah, I'll always have it on.
So let's go and move on to the Bethesda then, since we're.
So what I was gonna. What was I gonna say? Tanner, go ahead with what you were about to say.
Oh
with
yeah,
Bethesda.
just Bethesda Softworks. Like I said, I don't think they had a huge role in development of 76. They definitely were like helping publish it. They're too busy with their other giant projects.
What is Bethesda's next big game?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Starfield, right?
Starfield, yeah.
I think that something's going to be for Starfield.
You do?
I do.
When do we realistically
I want
think
it. I
it'll
wish. I think there might be something for Elder Scrolls. Maybe not Elder Scrolls 6, but I think
Yeah.
it might be like Elder Scrolls card game, Elder Scrolls Online. They've been supporting Elder Scrolls Online for
Maybe even more for Blades.
crazy.
Like an
Maybe more
expansion
for Blades because it's still technically in early access. They haven't officially launched it yet. So
Oh, that's true.
And I'm playing Blades.
Forgot about
It's
that.
fun. Like
It's a
I
fun
play
game.
every once in a while. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's interesting because Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 are the two games that everyone was making fun of last year for being like, wow, those games are like 10 years away. Not really, but, really far in the distance. So I'm curious if either of them will be there. One of the predictions I have on my list is I think we won't see Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6 at all. I don't think we'll see anything. I don't even think they'll mention them.
See, and I think I agree with Hasten to an extent about Elder Scrolls. I don't think we'll see Elder Scrolls for even like 2 more years. I don't think we're gonna see it because
I think it's farther
Todd
than
Howard even I'm saying like even like more talking.
Talking
Because like Todd Howard even mentioned when they announced it, he said this game's far off. We just wanted to let you know that we're working on it. That's what he said to the people. Mm-hmm. Like so, I don't think he has any plans to like talk about it anything. But I think Starfield. I don't think we'll get talks about it. They might mention it. I think they might mention it and maybe give us like a brief like, oh, we're planning on like a 2021 release or something like that.
That's the thing is like I wonder when it will release. What are your guys' predictions on release
for Starfield?
We know Starfield's coming first. We know Starfield's coming first, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when is it going to release? In 2021?
I think Starfield's next year.
You think it's next year?
You think it'll come out next year?
I think 2020 and then probably around 2022 we'll actually get Elder Scrolls 6.
Wow.
I'm thinking. I'm trying. I think you're being really optimistic, which is nice. I think I'm seeing the negative.
This is not optimistic.
I know, which sucks because like
I hate Bethesda.
I know Bethesda. That's the thing.
It's like for any other developer or studio, that would be realistic.
I'm setting my expectations very low because I just know Bethesda.
Oh, Hasten's optimistic. 12 years after the launch of Elder Scrolls 5.
Hasten's like, I think it'll come out 2030. It's like Hasten, you're being way too generous. It's gonna be 2040.
Are you kidding? Yeah.
Yeah, no, my prediction is I think Starfield will be 2021 fall. I think it'll be late 2021, and I think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be 2023.
Yeah.
It took Respawn to make Titanfall 2 12 years, Respawn would be shut down.
Yeah. They would not be a company.
I mean, it's taken Valve, 15,
Valve
16 years to make Half-Life 3?
Well, Valve owns Steam. Like, they have
that's my point.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda's more like it's like saying like
they've had some crap games though recently.
I know it's kind of scaring me because Bethesda I love and like they had Rage 2, which might have been a pretty good game, but it didn't do very well sales. Fallout 76. You got these games like you got to step it up. You got to have at least a decent one. You know? Like I'm actually if I want to say my prediction real quick, my one big prediction, I think we're gonna see Prey 2. I think Prey 2 might come out. I think we might get an announcement because Prey was a pretty decently popular game. They announced the DLC last year, and they like the license. I follow them on Twitter, and they tweet about it quite a bit. So I'm thinking either Prey. We might see more of Doom Eternal, the new Doom coming out.
Yeah,
Doom 2.
I think we'll see that too. Bethesda definitely has their slots to fill out. I think they're not like in EA's boat where we're like, what are we going to see? Bethesda, I can kind of see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also while we're doing predictions, we can also talk about like what just our hopes are, even if we don't think it's realistic. Like, hey,
my hopes! I want Elder Scrolls 6
tomorrow. Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then they say, I want them to drop a trailer tomorrow saying there's gonna be more at E3.
Yeah,
and it's releasing in November.
Or it's available now.
My joke hope for the EA press conference is they announce a Madden Battle Royale. That
would be sick. And you can play as John Madden.
Yeah, you can play as the commentaries. Everyone's in the stadium. 100 people drop in the stadium. Exactly. It's last man standing.
And you have to tackle each other.
And like when the stadium closes, it's just Bane crushing the stadium.
Yeah, it falls apart. Like,
and you could play as Heinz Ward.
He's running down the field and he looks behind him and the field's
gone.
You
guys jinxed about Heinz Ward.
Yeah.
Heinz Ward.
Yeah. That was a classic shot. He runs down and then he turns around, drops the ball.
Oh yeah, he's like.
I still remember it so vividly. But my biggest hope for the Bethesda conference, personally, is I don't necessarily think it's going to happen because I think it's a little too soon. But it is Evil Within 3. I really hope it happens.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Evil Within 2 shirt, is repping for it. I'm hoping it happens. I doubt it will. My hope is that it will either get Evil Within 3 announcement or Evil Within standalone DLC like they did with Dishonored. Because they did a couple years ago, if you guys remember, they did Dishonored Death of the Outsider.
So you're thinking like a spin-off.
And it was like it wasn't a full game. It was like almost like an Uncharted Lost Legacy was
Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Yeah, well, Borderlands pre-sequel is a full game.
It's it's basically the same game. Like Borderlands pre-sequel is the same game as Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
but like a big DLC. But but
like
not being
Uncharted Lost Legacy, more in the vein of Uncharted Lost Legacy, where it was supposed to be like just a standalone DLC, but turned into like a full game. I hope it even if it's something like that, like the Evil Within, colon the Keeper or something, you know, and it's just like its own
That'd be cool.
little story. And I'm hoping it launches this fall. Don't think it'll happen though.
If I want to be realistic with my dreams, I want to see something with Starfield because I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah,
I want to play it. I mean, I didn't like Fallout. Fallout generally is not my kind of game. But Starfield be cool. I don't know, open world space kind of game,
That'd
maybe
be
with like
sick.
ships that you can fly and stuff.
They
I don't know.
could they could do like.
I'm excited to see it too.
I'm hoping that
I don't know
Bethesda kind of does what people hope EA would do with a Star Wars game, but it's not Star Wars. It's Starfield.
They have
like,
star swords.
well, yeah, and we joked about that in one of the episodes, but I actually think like
They
that
have
would be cool.
the Bourse.
The Wars and Bar
And
Wars.
Bobby Bon Boblobi.
Oh yeah, I
Just
remember
like
this.
last
I don't
week.
remember what episode that was.
That was just the last
Oh
episode.
yeah, we were talking about suicide.
R2D2 kills himself.
Yeah. No, but like,
We have to bring that up every episode.
we do. Yeah.
Anyways,
I like the
Until we get popular.
the
We have to stop talking about
the
suicide.
twerking girl who's burning out 1,000
720
degrees.
degrees.
But anyway, I hope that Bethesda is doing like what people want for a Star Wars game, like an open world. Like imagine how sick that'd be. Like I can't do it straight. No, but like a multi-planet, like where you can travel and there's like multiple species and you can like choose your class. I think that'd be sick. Like for we've yet to see a Bethesda game. Bethesda Softworks at least, like an open world space game, you know, because we have like Fallout, which is apocalyptic, which we needed. We have a medieval one.
It'd be cool if Bethesda
Space.
pulled a Bethesda do what EA don't kind of thing at the press conference and like, look at Starfield. It's basically Star Wars RPG simulator.
Like they did with like where they're like, we love single player games. We hate how everyone is online.
Yeah,
but by the way, Fallout
they're like,
76.
you know what? We hate microtransactions. So here's Starfield FUEA.
but also Fallout 76.
Also, Fallout 76, we're selling DLC for it now.
Oh, they already
online
do.
only,
You
and there's
you
some
can buy
microtransactions.
like a bobblehead that you can decorate for $1.
For 10.
Like,
no,
no,
actually
literally
20.
a bobblehead that's like this small that you can put on like a table.
So I don't think Connor's right as far as Fallout 76 goes. I think they're going to say something. I don't think they're going to throw out a roadmap.
I agree.
for it.
You don't think it'll be a redemption story?
I think so too.
No.
I actually think that
I think they launched the game in such a crap state that it's like
It's
if we
too-
even
it's far from
if we even
redemption.
say too much about it, like we're
People
gonna
are
get
gonna
kicked.
get
yeah, it's almost like they'd rather just
They're gonna be like
push it to the
It's
side.
gonna be like you're gonna get these videos on the internet. It's just like why wasn't that when you launched the game? Why didn't you wait a year?
People will almost
Launch
be
it this year.
mad.
Yeah,
Because
you
like
know.
you look at games like Destiny, which Bungie was brave to keep it going because it was almost like they would have been better off. At least they could have been better off if they just pushed Destiny aside. Like, oh, it was a mistake. Like Bethesda could very well do that with Fallout 76. and
There'll
not-
still be something. I mean, they can't not talk.
well, of
about
course,
Yeah,
But like
but-
that's what I mean. It's kind of almost try to not bring it up.
I
Not
would
try to
just-
bring up their mistakes again.
I just think Bethesda, for the most part, from everything we've seen, is a pretty consumer-friendly company. I have this
It used
feeling.
to be.
Yeah, I just have this feeling though that they're gonna come out and be like, we know there are people who play Fallout 76, not a ton,
Oh, very
but,
well.
like,
Yeah, it's a cult.
They do not want to like screw over those people. I could easily see them coming out and being like pulling like a No Man's Sky situation and doing like, you know how they did No Man's Sky
Update
next,
1.0.
like, here's Fallout 70.
You know what I could
It's the
see them
biggest
doing
update.
for sure is them saying, "Hey, here's a big update for it. Now it's free to play."
Oh,
And dropping like loot
It's
boxes and
it's
stuff.
very
That's a good
well a
prediction.
free to play game because even me playing it like a
I
little
think
bit,
that's actually a possible situation.
it reminds me. Do you guys know the game Dust? Have you ever heard of the game
No.
Dust? Okay,
I've heard
it's a survival game. So this is a genre of games that has died completely almost. And Angry Joe talks about this about being a. We mention him all the time, but he's
Just
really
still-
credible.
still
I'm wearing
what-
his merch
still
right
what he
now.
talks
He's very credible. He mentions how Fallout 76 is the person who was late to the party.
Get Angry
Yeah,
Joe merchant.
'cause- no, but like Fallout 76
This is the
tried
Super Angry Joe show.
because survival games were the talk of the town like 10 years ago, right? There was Dust, there was all these other games. I can't even remember them because like they weren't popular for me. But Fallout 76 was like 10 years late. Oh, survival game, you know? And it didn't improve on any of the old survival games. It basically was the same thing. And that's why it failed so hard. Because it tried to be something it's not. And that's why I feel like for me, Fallout 76 is far from redemption. You know, it should be free to play. I agree, because like most of these games, I feel like they should be with these survival games where it's taxing to play. It's like you're having to, like your character slowly loses water because he's getting dehydrated, and he slowly loses health. You have to feed him. Like those are kind of games that it's almost like a chore. You have to feed your character.
Yeah.
Like it's just hard. Those kind of games, it's hard to play. It's a select a select group, and so.
It's a big thing that turned off a lot of people from Red Dead Redemption 2, actually,
Right.
as well. Because it was just very realistic.
Like the survival aspect.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... It's just very, like, almost too real to where it just gets kind of annoying.
Yeah, and...
How do you like it?
I've only played the first couple hours of it, and I didn't mind what I played. I really liked the story of the first couple hours. Gameplay wise, I wasn't that enthralled with it. Like I much preferred the first game's gameplay, because the first game's gameplay is much more Grand Theft Auto, like a bit more fast paced. This was super slow. Like literally for like the first 20 minutes, you're sludging through 3 feet of snow, like just walking, you know. And it's like it's just a little too slow. I'm probably gonna get back to it eventually, but just I'm not in a hurry to. I'm not compelled right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So. Anyway,
I was gonna say a prediction I have for Bethesda is, I'm sure this will be there. Wolfenstein Youngblood, which is they announced last year. We haven't seen anything since, and I think they also announced it for VR, right? I think it's coming to VR and Switch or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll see more of that. It's gonna be the first co-op Wolfenstein too.
That'd be cool.
They said also.
There's a lot of Wolfenstein on Game Pass right now. They released like 2 new games.
I think the Wolfenstein 2 was on there, right? The New Colossus or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of want to try that out. I played a little bit of the first one, but never got into it.
Yeah.
Nothing like killing Nazis.
Yeah.
What I love is that was the appeal of the game for me. Like I remember I saw this clip on YouTube.
Killing KKK
This guy,
members.
this guy literally like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's KKK and there's also Nazis, and he literally like rips them apart. Like, and that was the appeal for the game for me, because it's like. It's almost like one of those games where you can go in and just beat the crap out of the people that suck the most in the world, you know? And that's, like, I played it for a little bit at my dad's, and it was so much fun. It's one of those games that, it's not really a game you play for a lot. It's, like, not an ongoing game. It's one of those games that you play once, and then you're done. You know, you don't really need to play it a second time or a third time or anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in playing it. I actually think the story looks pretty cool too, because like, isn't the second one revolved around like if the Nazis won World War II?
Yeah, it's if Hitler succeeded.
Yeah,
with what he did.
It sounds like a interesting storyline.
Yeah.
Like,
You're the team trying to defeat him?
huh? Sounds like it. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. Anything else Bethesda wise?
No.
I mean, I like I said, I agree with Hasten. I think we're gonna see stuff with Blades, maybe like a official release.
There will be something. You can't not say something about Elder Scrolls. You've got so much Elder Scrolls stuff going on.
It's like Lucasfilm's coming out and not saying anything about Star Wars. It's like they
that's like all they make.
no, they also do like Indiana Jones and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But like that's what I mean. It's like
But
that's one of their
Lucasfilm is
main.
owned by Disney now, so they don't have. To
Well,
say.
that's what I mean. Like it's Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
If Indiana Jones.
Fallout and
Star
Elder
Wars.
Scrolls are their biggest too. Like, and they got to say something about them. You know, even if it's something small. I agree, but I think that's it.
Should we move on to the big one?
Well, I was gonna say, should we stick with more of the boring small ones and then go to the big one? Because
we also got Nintendo.
yeah, I'm saying, should we do Ubisoft next?
Ubisoft.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do Ubisoft.
Ubi.
I have no idea. Oh, Just Dance. I'm calling it.
Just
Dance
Dance
2020.
Also, my
On the
prediction
Switch,
is
I
that
think.
it will be on the Wii. Still, because did you guys see
Yeah,
that?
it's still on the
released
Wii.
2019
I
on
sell
the
Wii copies every day.
Dude, it's insane.
On the Wii.
On the Wii.
It's because of those motion controls,
It's for,
man.
it's for those
like-
grandmas who go to the store and they're like, Just Dance?
It
I
really
have a
is.
Wii.
I have a Wii, but I can't even like the Nintendo Switch seems perfect for Just Dance.
It
With
has
the,
motion.
The motion controls.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why-
Is it not on the Switch yet?
No.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
okay.
it is. Oh wait,
Not the new one, not the 29. No, the
Yes,
new one
it
is.
is.
There was one
Yes,
that
it
was
is.
specifically released for the Wii, though. Like a specific
I don't
Wii
think so. I think they
2019
just
release.
They're still
2019
releasing
was
ones.
released also on the Wii.
Yeah.
So
There is one for the Switch.
It's
though,
so
I'm pretty
weird, dude. Like that. Think about that. What was the last when the Wii U came out? It was 2012. So technically,
sure. Skyward
the last
Sword, I feel like, was the last game on the Wii.
Yeah, it's been 7 years and they're still doing Wii U.
Yeah, it's like they've been announcing a game.
and they're not releasing it on the Wii U.
Really?
That's funny.
Wow.
It's not for
Me,
the
you
Wii
just
U.
have motion.
That's
though.
way crazy.
I mean, unless you use the Wii.
Still,
remotes.
I mean, that's still crazy though.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Yeah, I think Just Dance 2020 will be there. They'll probably open the show with it. They usually dance. Ubisoft shows usually start with like a crazy
I
dance
hate
party.
Ubisoft
Just
show.
like,
If there's a show I don't want to watch, it's always Ubisoft.
Yeah,
I don't know though. I mean, I think we might get the.
It's like I'd rather watch EA just to see what the crap they do.
I think we
just
might,
to see the awkward moments.
I think we might get the announce of the Norse Assassin's Creed.
I think it's.
Because I've
too
heard big
soon.
rumors though about it.
I don't think there's gonna be anything Assassin's Creed.
I don't know.
You think they're gonna take a hiatus for
Yeah.
a year?
Yeah, they already confirmed they are. There's not going to be an Assassin's Creed this year. It's going to be next year. I think they already said that, and it's going to be the Norse one more than likely.
Yeah,
I think it's too early for them to announce anything Assassin's Creed. But what I do think is that they'll show off Watch Dogs 3.
Ugh,
Watch Dogs
no.
Yeah, I think they will.
Because like Watch Dogs 2 sucked and it didn't do very well.
Yeah, I never.
Like,
It's funny. I bought Watch Dogs 2 on Black Friday or something. and
It was-
never-
I bought it for
didn't-
really
I didn't
cheap.
Play it. Yeah, I bought it literally. I think for like $6.
Yeah, I bought it for whatever. I don't know, really cheap. So
Yeah, that's my biggest prediction for Ubisoft. What else do I got here?
I don't even know what else Ubisoft makes.
Oh,
honestly.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh, that's right. That will be there.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that'll be there. That game though, people keep joking about it being forever off. Like, I
Well, it's
wonder if
because like I don't think they were ever planning on doing a sequel until you
Uh-huh.
hear all this like people want it.
all the
Yeah.
fans want it. Yeah, I wonder if that. When do you guys think that'll be released?
Probably next year.
That's what I'm
2020.
thinking. I'm thinking it'll be a cross-gen game, like
Mhm.
with.
With
Yeah,
the
it'll be a
Xbox
big
Xbox
deal.
and PlayStation.
I think yeah.
720.
Yeah, let's hope. One can hope. The
A
Xbox
gamer's
Infinite.
dream console. I don't know.
A big prediction.
My prediction is that it will be called Xbox Infinite.
Infinite.
A big prediction I have about Ubisoft is I actually think we might get an announcement of Rayman, a new Rayman game.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we haven't had Rayman in a while. We had
That's
Rayman
true.
Origins, which was really popular a couple years ago. Only because I've seen there's like rumors of Rayman being in Smash. There's like he's like frozen in a crystal or something.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm thinking that they're gonna announce like Rayman Collection for the Switch or a new Rayman game for the Switch, and they'll announce Rayman for Super Smash Bros. In the same.
You just sparked one of my predictions to combine it with something else. So one of my predictions for Ubisoft is that they'll have another Ubisoft/Nintendo crossover game,
Like a
because they
Rabbids.
did Mario and Rabbids, and then also Starlink had
Starlink.
the Star Fox characters. I think there'll be another crossover, and you just gave me the idea for it. I think it's going to be a Rayman cross Mario or something like
That'd be
that.
cool.
Like a
Like they meet.
uh-huh,
Kind of like how
Rayman-
there's how there's the Mario plus Luigi Bowser's Inside Story or whatever.
uh-huh.
It could be like one of those, but
Mario
Rayman's
plus
in it.
Rayman instead,
Yeah,
or Mario
plus
cross Rayman.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I know Rayman is one of those iconic characters that they don't use enough, kind of like Banjo-Kazooie, where you like think of like iconic video game characters as like Banjo, Mario, Sonic, and like also Rayman. Rayman's in there too. I think. Sorry, what were you?
Who made Sleeping Dogs? Was that Square Enix?
Sleeping
Ooh,
Dogs?
That was Square Enix, yeah.
I hope they do a second one of
That would
that
be
because I
cool.
loved Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping
It was
Dogs
one of my
was cool.
favorite games back then.
That was one of those games that just kind of
one off? Yeah,
disappeared. What were you saying though? Sorry.
No, that's it. I mean, I do think we might even get, as weird as it sounds, like an Assassin's Creed 2 remaster. Because we got Assassin's Creed 3 remaster. I'd like to see like Assassin's Creed 2 remaster on like the Switch or Xbox or something. Maybe it comes with Assassin's Creed 1. Because I've noticed games
yeah, that's a good
games
idea.
are
Okay.
known to do that with their games. They go back to the oldest ones. And
That's a good prediction. I think Ubisoft will have some. I think Assassin's Creed actually will be
Remaster.
there, and I think it'll be like
a remaster
the Ezio collection on Switch.
on Switch or,
something like that.
or even like just one of them. Like you could even do Black Flag like alone.
Black Flag needs
would be
to
sick,
be brought
dude.
back. Black Flag's one of the ones that I guess it was on the Xbox One, but
So Tanner, remember when I was talking to you about the Assassin's Creed 3 tutorial? You were, and I was like, it's like 3 hours long, and you were like, no, it's not. There's no way.
It's 3 hours.
It's at least 3 hours because I've skipped all the cutscenes and I'm at 2 hours and I'm not past the tutorial yet.
Yeah.
it's so awful.
Okay.
That game, I
And
love
we
that
looked it
game
up. We looked up the
since the
stats
beginning.
just before this episode. We were on the Xbox, and me and Connor were just like, "Holy crap, this is
Yeah.
insane!"
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Sorry, I
awful.
completely cut us off there, but
No, you're
No,
good.
that's good. That's true.
yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I'm predicting Watch Dogs 3 this fall. I think it'll be in November.
You think
release.
it's the same year release?
Yeah,
I
because
think
that's
they're
what they
gonna
do
rush it
too.
again and just be it's crap.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs are going to start alternating years. I think it'll be like Watch Dogs this year, Assassin's
I
Creed
could see
next
that.
year, Watch Dogs next year.
Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs 1 was pretty good too. And then Watch Dogs 2 is just trash.
It was a really cool idea.
Yeah,
especially
it's
the
got a
idea's
great
the best
story
part.
behind it. So if they actually care about it, maybe it'll be good.
Yeah. Let's
the
go
next
to
one?
Square Enix then. Square Enix is actually pretty interesting. I was surprised because I was thinking about it. And are we finally going to see Avengers, guys? Is this the year we finally see Avengers the game?
No.
No?
I don't think so either.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Look,
I hope so.
they
It is
have to,
definitely a
dude.
hope. It is definitely something I'm like, I hope they do it. But I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, dude. They have to. This game was announced, what, 2017? 2016? Like, this game's been announced for...
Wasn't it Cap Shield in the ground and
Yeah.
Thor's hammer?
Here's my problem is that
Iron
I
Man.
think it's one of those games that they might just try to hush, like forget about that they announced. Because that happens quite a bit with some
They can't.
games.
It's Avengers.
No, I don't know, but like there's plenty of games that were
Forget,
like
you don't
that.
know.
There was
You
a lot
don't,
of
you don't remember the Avengers.
Yeah.
But there's like
You know that movie that just broke box office records?
Yeah, no, we're not making a game about that. Says who?
No, but like I feel like that happens quite a bit with some games where they'll announce them and then like it never goes anywhere.
Not with this one.
They
They have to officially cancel it.
The truth
Yeah.
is I don't think it's what we think it is. I don't think it's gonna be this cool.
It looks like it
live
is.
action. Well, yeah, because it's just a teaser. Because it could very well like there was this video game way back in the day about Transformers that had the dopest freaking trailer with Optimus Prime carrying Bumblebee and it's like super gritty and live action.
Oh, that was Fall
When the-
Cybertron.
Yeah, when the game came out, it was very cartoony and more like
That game wasn't bad.
Yeah,
it was actually pretty
But
good.
that's what I mean. The teaser trailer for that game was completely different from the actual game.
Sure.
I think that this is the same. I think it's going to be more of a cartoony kind of like switch characters, almost like a Marvel's Avengers Alliance, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think it's what people think because that's why I think that they haven't said anything about it because they're trying to make people like die down the hype for it. Like, okay, we don't want you to think it's
This thing's
nothing.
gonna suck.
Yeah, we don't want you to think it's what it is.
I could potentially see that. That would be really sad.
Yeah,
Like, I
because
would
that
hate
teaser
that.
looked awesome.
But like, think about it. They haven't said
the
anything.
teaser looked like the last battle in Endgame.
Yeah.
Like it was cool.
My
But-
biggest problem is they just haven't said anything. That's why I feel like that's the case because
That would be
why have they
that would
not
be the
said
biggest disappointment of E3 if they showed off the trailer and it didn't look good. Like that would suck. My prediction is that we will see the Avengers game, but we will not see gameplay. I think it's going to be like a cinematic trailer and it's going to look kind of cool and it'll say 2020. That's it. No release date, just
So the
2020.
next E3 will get
Yeah.
actual stuff, or maybe
Maybe
fall
in the
this
spring.
year.
Yeah, something like that.
And,
And then I think it'll launch potentially with the cross-gen of the next consoles. So, and then Square Enix also I had, I think there could be a possibility of like Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC because that just came out. It seemed like it was a pretty big game for people that liked it. I didn't really like it, but I could see like them adding a new kingdom like the Lion King kingdom or something.
Square
Aladdin.
Enix made Deus Ex, right?
Oh man, who was that?
Pretty sure that was Square Enix.
That sounds right. Yeah, Square. It was.
If it
them or
was, then
Ubisoft.
because like that series has gone away. I feel like whoever developed that, there might be an announcement.
Oh my
of,
gosh,
like a remaster.
Gotta go back
a
to
new
you.
one.
Yeah, I gotta go back to Ubisoft real fast too. I also wanted to predict Splinter Cell. I bet you there's gonna be a
Splinter Cell,
Splinter Cell
maybe.
because there's been a bunch of rumors about it and it still hasn't been announced. And
The Splinter Cell and Splatoon.
Splinter Cell's
crossover.
that's it. Splinter Cell's been
Go.
dormant for years. Also, real fast with Ubisoft, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a freaking For Honor update or a Ghost Recon Wildlands update.
For
or
I could
Honor.
see that.
Rainbow Siege update and stuff like that. That's Ubisoft, right?
Rainbow Six, I think it is.
Yeah.
I will say real quick. Sorry to break the of what we were talking about. Do
Dude.
iPhones have less battery, or do they die just randomly? Because this is twice now. It's been at like 9%. It just died,
Mine
and I
doesn't.
can't turn it back on.
It's probably just an older phone.
I wonder if that's why they sold it to me for so cheap.
Probably. 10
Well,
or,
the iPhone 6 goes for like $150, $190.
Should have done that, you cheapskate.
No, I better not have freaking wasted my money.
You should have gone for the like iPhone X. It's a great phone.
Should we do Nintendo or Xbox first?
Okay.
Are we missing a conference? Oh, Netflix. I want to talk about.
Oh,
Netflix.
okay, yeah.
Just really,
I forgot what I was gonna say though. With Netflix, since they're gonna be at E3, what about Netflix on the Switch?
Oh, dude.
That's gotta
That's
happen,
the
right?
announcement.
That's gotta
That's
be
the
it.
announcement.
That's it.
You got
That's
it.
gotta be it. I
Dude.
nailed it. I'm so
Yeah.
smart.
I think you're 100%
I don't
right
think
on that.
that's just it.
No. I think that'll be
Something
something
more.
I
else.
wouldn't be surprised
It's
if
just
that's
they do a whole
it.
conference just like Netflix on the Switch.
The thing is,
See,
they haven't confirmed if they're actually doing a
We basically
conference
have a
or not.
tablet
They
now.
just said they're going to be at E3. So it's like, they could just have a booth and be like, hey, try Netflix on the Switch. Look, here it is. Or, like, I really don't think it'll be, like, a huge deal. I think you're right. Netflix on Switch, and then maybe announce more interactive shows. Like, Stranger Things, Choose Your Own Adventure, or something like that.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be, or more Black Mirror, Choose Your Own Adventure, or something like that. Because they've had.
I
two,
hope it's
right?
not like that kind of stuff because I want Netflix to get into, like Tanner was saying last episode, like the Game Pass stuff.
I think that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, Tanner, do you want to predict that? That was.
Yeah, I mean, I have a prediction. It's kind of a loose prediction.
It's more of a hope. Than
It's a hope.
I don't think it's.
I
necessarily
hope because
realistic.
if Netflix is going, they made it very apparent they were going. Though it wasn't just like, oh, we're going. It was like,
But they didn't say we have.
we are going to E3.
I got another prediction too.
No, you go ahead and do it.
Okay, so I think they are going to announce a video game title for their thing, like a Halo,
like a Halo
or
TV series,
something like that. And it might be a
A
teaser.
Mario
might be a
TV
teaser
show.
on
It's
Xbox's
Zelda.
trailer on that Sunday, and then they're gonna do something like that.
I
But
could
there's gonna
see
be
that.
there might be a video game
a
kinda
Netflix inspired.
That's a good idea.
Game
A
inspired
Netflix original video
Movie
game
or TV
series.
show.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea. I could totally.
I
See
think
that.
you're right
A lot
with
of people
that.
have been pushing for like a Zelda TV show. Oh, you know what it could be? A trailer for the Witcher series with Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah, that could
It
be
could
it too.
be that. And they could do a trailer.
They're making
for...
it, aren't they? Netflix.
Because
Because Netflix might be trying to like make sure gamers know that there's like gonna be game shows and stuff.
Maybe a trailer for the Castlevania series, season
Maybe.
3 or something, and then also they announced I think they announced a Devil May Cry.
Isn't
series.
there like a Mario movie coming out, like a Mario live
Yeah, but
action?
that's
Yes.
Illumination.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. F Illumination. We talked about that before.
I don't think that's till next year either. I think.
Man, I think I nailed Netflix.
I think you
I've
got
got
it.
something.
I think you have the best.
I
Netflix
think you're
predictions
right
for
with
sure.
that. I
It's
actually
the only one I'll win, but I got it.
I think that's right because mine's just like a hope. Like I said, like a game fight.
Because the rest of my guesses are super boring.
like a Game Pass, but that's about it. Because I think I talked about it more last episode. So
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That'd be awesome. That'd be.
I hope.
Not gonna happen. I don't
No,
think.
I don't
but
think so either.
That's an awesome idea.
I hope.
Should we do Nintendo next and then Xbox last?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I
think Xbox is going to be the biggest conference.
but
this
Xbox we have more loose predictions and like hopes because Nintendo we kind of know.
year. Yeah, so let's do Xbox last.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so Nintendo. Let's do this one kind of going in an order.
Okay.
So let's start with Tanner and then.
All right. So obviously, first prediction. I think the biggest one is going to be Luigi's Mansion 3. They already announced last year that it is for sure coming out 2019. They said in like their direct, they're like, these are the games that are coming out in 2019. It even says like 2019 in like the ghost letters. So I think we're gonna get the official announcement, like gameplay and everything for Luigi's Mansion 3. Because Nintendo always has their main game as their thing. Remember last year they had Battlefield for Smash.
It was
Bros.
Smash
and
last
then
year. The year before it was Odyssey.
Breath of the
and then
Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be Luigi's Mansion. They're going to have like the ghosts and the haunted houses and stuff. It'll be really cool. I think that's going to be their main point, and I think they're going to announce a new character for Smash. I think it's going to be
Well, real fast, we'll just do like
Well-
one, since me and you have probably
Well,
quite a bit.
part of that.
Oh,
With Luigi's Mansion, I think it's going to be like when they announce Luigi's Mansion 3, it'll be and also like and then it'll show like,
Egad.
Egad, King Boo. It may be potentially
That'd
a
be
new
amazing.
character from the series because the truth is we're only naming characters who have been in Luigi's Mansion before.
Could be someone new.
It could be somebody brand new that we've never seen.
That'd be
Because
cool.
even like the ghost dog that's in
The Polter Pup
Yeah, the
become
Polter Pup.
a playable character. Right?
So I mean, that's
That'd be
what
crazy, but-
I just think it's going to be part of the same like in their direct. They're going to have like a whole section dedicated to Luigi's Mansion, and at the end of it, they'll announce like the Smash character for that.
Yeah, I'll continue.
When
off
are they
with you
doing the
with that.
Nintendo Direct?
Tuesday morning.
yeah.
Okay.
So theirs is always in the morning, and it's usually like
How early? In the
It's like
morning?
9.
it's early. It's like
Okay.
9.
So I got to wake up and watch it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just like let's watch the. It's like you got
Yeah, they get up.
you got to be ready.
And then they do a 4-hour live stream for like just talking about
It's the
little
the,
details.
So the direct's like an
playground.
hour?
The treehouse.
Treehouse.
Nintendo Treehouse.
The Direct's like an hour. Then?
Directs range from 30 minutes to an hour depending
Okay.
on the year.
Yeah, it'll be probably more like an hour since it's
Yeah, the
E3.
Smash one last year I think was 45.
Yeah, when it's around E3, it's usually longer.
Mhm.
They do like, of course, other directs, but
Yeah. I'll transition from you
Mm.
because since I have the same prediction, I'll just go on to that one as well. I have Luigi's Mansion 3 I think will be in the direct. I think that's for sure. I think we'll get a definitive release date. I'm predicting October
That's what I was thinking.
mid-October.
I was thinking more September.
I'm thinking
but
like
yeah.
October 15th or right around there.
Just so it's ready for like Halloween.
Right in time for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll give us a story trailer. I think it'll be a story or a trailer actually showing what the story's going to be. I think it's going to show like Luigi getting kidnapped by King Boo and being dropped off in this hotel or something, you know, and then...
Well, and I'll say real quick, just to go back, because I forgot to mention this. I actually do think a separate thing we might get is either Luigi's Mansion 1 or 2 on the Switch. I think it's either a remaster, like a reimagining of Luigi's Mansion 2. Kind of like how they did this with Luigi's Mansion 1 and they put it on the 3DS. I think might get either both or one on the Switch.
I would love that.
Which would be cool because...
I don't think they will just because of the first one being on 3DS.
Well, the only reason I think is just because Nintendo lately has been accepting like the remaster. They did like New Super Mario Bros. And Mario Kart and all these other games. So I feel like Luigi's Mansion's the prime suspect for that. So anyway, I think that's all good for Luigi's Mansion.
Hasten, do you got one?
Yes, I think they're going to be focused big on like third-party companies going into it. So I think there's going to be like Madden's going to be on the Switch this year.
That'd be cool.
Which that would be huge because I mean I don't think Nintendo's had one since 2009.
Yeah,
Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre. Yeah,
It's the motion one.
Yeah, that one was kind of cool. But...
It was really cool, but it was compared to the other ones, it looked so bad.
Oh, it did. But I think it's gonna look good on this console, and if it is, that's probably where I'll buy it. Actually,
that would be
I'll
cool.
probably buy it twice
because they could even add like motion effects where you can like. Have the
Nobody wants that.
And then
like,
there's gonna
throw
be
the ball.
something with Xbox. Like Xbox is gonna have like
Some
Xbox
sort of
some sort of
Live,
link. Definitely,
Xbox
I think.
Game Pass on
yeah,
there.
I forgot.
It's gonna be something on there.
That's something that
so.
was one of my predictions. Actually,
And I think that might be in both of their conferences too. Like,
Yeah.
Xbox will tease it, and then maybe Nintendo tells everything about it. I don't know.
If there's an Xbox cross Nintendo moment at E3, who do you guys think it'll be at? Will it be at Xbox's conference or Nintendo's?
I think it'll be
at
Xbox's.
I think it'll be at Nintendo's because it's Nintendo's platform.
But
Yeah,
Nintendo,
I think so too.
But that's why I feel like
Yeah.
they want to make it like a show where it'll be like at the Xbox press conference.
I mean, I
and
wish,
they'll have,
but I don't think so. I
think
think
Reggie anymore.
I think,
Bowser.
I think it'll
who's
be
the
like
new American representative.
I think it'll be like Doug Bowser at the direct, like, hey guys, blah, blah. Please welcome out my friend Phil Spencer, and then Phil Spencer's like, hey guys, I'm Phil.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely think I agree with you. Some sort of link. It might even be just.
I don't know
just
what
us.
it is.
Yeah.
It could be like maybe Halo's going on the Switch.
Game Pass.
The Halo,
Game
the Master
Pass on
Chief
the
Collection on the
Switch.
Switch.
The
Game Pass on
Xbox,
the Switch, which
the
would
actual
be nuts.
Xbox app in general, just on
Yeah.
the Switch.
the Xbox Live thing has been rumored for
Maybe
a
that's
while
how
now.
Nintendo, instead of their horrible app that they have, they'll just use Xbox Live Game Chat.
Yeah.
Or Party Chat.
Well, and like we mentioned it in one of the episodes. I don't remember which one. I wish we knew. We mentioned why Nintendo or why Xbox would try to make their own portable when they can just leave it to the experts who are obviously Nintendo. Nintendo does portable the best. Nobody beats Nintendo when it comes to portables.
Xbox is gonna. The next Xbox is gonna have something portable.
I just
I'm
think-
saying Xbox and PlayStation will both have something.
But this
portable.
is
Really?
But my prediction is Xbox is just going to go to Nintendo for
yeah,
that.
that's what I'm thinking.
I
too.
think they might just do the Game Pass thing to where you
I
can
think
play
we
your
might
Xbox games on the
get
Switch.
Halo Infinite on freaking the Switch.
I
or
could
Gears
see
of
that.
War
Like,
5.
I mean,
crazy.
I was
It
looking
won't
at
work.
it.
It's
I
gonna
was-
be too
Well,
big.
here's the thing. This is what I was gonna say. Is I totally forgot to mention this.
The upgrade.
There was news just today or yesterday that apparently there's these like things going on with Microsoft and Nintendo. That there's a rumor that Nintendo wants Microsoft to build a streaming service for them. And so a lot of people are thinking that that's going to be the connection point to where Nintendo will have some sort of streaming service built by Microsoft that will include all Microsoft Xbox games. So like you'll be able to stream. You won't be able to get a physical cart of Master Chief Collection or Halo Infinite. It'll be you'll stream it from your Switch from your Xbox.
I completely agree. The only reason is because this whole streaming thing right now, it's a phenomenon that is slowly rising. Because I don't know if you know, this is another thing we forgot to talk about in news. Steam just released in early access a streaming service on the phone. You can, if your PC is on, you can stream your games from Steam on your phone and play them. Just like the PlayStation 1. And like this is the rise right now.
I think
like instant
these are
access
all
to
going to be
games.
absolutely horrific.
To
Yeah,
start.
at first, definitely.
Until you get to
Nintendo and Xbox.
Google Stadia. I think Google Stadia is going to be the only one that can actually pull.
You
it
think
off.
they'll do
You
it
think so?
right? I don't know.
I do. I mean, it's Google.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
it's going to be a rough start.
They've been
for
doing
all
cloud
of
For
them.
all of them, yeah, I agree with
Forever.
Yeah,
I think it will get to a point where it's great, but I think to start it's going to be
It's gonna be
pretty
rough, yeah.
around. I think Google will do it the best though.
I definitely agree with you guys, though. I think that what Xbox and Nintendo will do is I think some Nintendo games, like they want their streaming games, they'll have... you can stream your Nintendo games on your Switch, but you can also stream them from the Xbox. You can stream Xbox games on the Switch. Because, like, the truth is that's what everybody wants. They want this ability to play your games wherever you want. Because, like, I've always wanted to be able to play Xbox games portably, you know? And we kind of got, like, AAA games on the Switch. And instead of Nintendo having to port over all these AAA games, they would just make it streamable. Yeah. You know, because they've been porting over like Wolfenstein and it's taken forever, or Skyrim, and
they always come out like 6 months after.
Yeah, 6 months, and because they have to port it, it's a whole new system, and sometimes it's missing stuff. The easiest way to solve that is just to leave it to the experts and leave it to the just stream the game instead of having to switch it.
I want to mention real fast, just in case if you're watching us on YouTube. The video feed might cut out in just a couple minutes here because we're going to be running out of battery. So if you are watching and it transitions to just the thumbnail picture, it's because we just had to go audio only for the rest of the episode. So apologies about that, but just so you guys are aware.
And my main reasoning is just because Nintendo and Xbox have always been in bed together for the longest time. I mean, the first example was back with Microsoft or Minecraft when they had the trailer called like Link Together. And it was like a person playing on their 3DS and a person playing on their Xbox or their Switch. And they were playing together. And it was like this cool thing where they had the green come down for Xbox and then the red.
Survive together.
And it was like survive together. Which is dope because like they've always been hinting like, okay, we're friends. Like we're buddies. Because we just recently had some news that Xbox and Sony are doing some sort of cross.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Man, all these things
we didn't talk
crazy.
about this.
So like what's real and what's not.
Just tell us.
I know. We want to know.
That's a good point.
And so like that's something we forgot to mention. It's only because there's not much.
Well, how many of these are just lies? We're all getting our hopes up.
We're like, what?
Microsoft's like, we hate Nintendo and PlayStation. What are you
I don't know what you're talking about.
PlayStation's like, no, we'd never work with Microsoft.
We thought Steve was going to be in Super Smash. F you guys.
Yeah, right.
Steve's in Game of Thrones.
We have a closer relationship with HBO than we do Nintendo.
Yeah. But they've been in bed together forever. I mean, they were the first to do crossplay with Rocket League, Fortnite, Minecraft, all these games. We think about it. I was looking it up and tallying it up. We have Hellblade, which is Xbox exclusive on Switch. We have Cuphead, which is Xbox exclusive on Switch.
Well, Hellblade's not an exclusive. It's owned by Microsoft.
Well, now, yeah.
Yeah, but it was on PlayStation.
And
also.
Cuphead isn't even on PlayStation, but it's only on Xbox and Nintendo. You've got all these sort of... Even Cuphead has options for achievements and stuff already. It's crazy because, like, I know they have something more. I know it's not just, that's it. You know, we have Cuphead and stuff. Like
there has to be something
there's more.
building in
There's
it,
more to it.
which I will get to later in my predictions.
Okay. You think it's during Xbox or something?
No, I'll mention it in a bit here. But what's your next Nintendo prediction?
My next Nintendo prediction is we've actually already mentioned it, but Smash Bros. Smash Bros is huge, and they're gonna talk about. I actually think we're gonna get 2 character announcements during E3 because we haven't had one since Joker.
Tanner's just reading my mind with these predictions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got the same.
Okay, so we can kind of talk about this together. And the only reason I think we're getting 2 is because Joker got announced all the way at the Video Game Awards.
It's freaking crazy. This is something I wanted to mention because Joker was announced the night Smash launched, which I think the biggest reason people have predicted they did that is because when the Fighter Pass was announced for $25, people were like,
"Why get?
What the heck are we paying for?"
Yeah,
like Nintendo.
They didn't announce
Nintendo
anybody.
didn't tell anyone. They were just like,
just
you
trust
get 5
us.
fighters. Just trust us. And
you might like them. It might be all Fire Emblem.
Everyone was like, "No, I don't want to pay for this unless I know who I'm getting."
Yeah. So they wanted to make sure
unless you're like me and you're obsessed with Smash, you'll get it anyway. But like most people were like
me, I was like, no.
Yeah, you're like, I want to know who I'm getting exactly. I will buy whoever, but for most people, they're like, what the heck? And so they did the Joker announcement. That got people kind of hyped. And then it's been 6 months now since Ultimate launched.
And not even another announcement.
And there hasn't been a single other...
Granted, we did have Joker just come out about 2 months ago.
A month ago.
Which true, like, you could argue, be like, oh, well, he just came out. But we haven't had an announcement. Like, nobody knows what's next.
Well, and they all have to release by February 2020. So they got to get moving. That's 4 characters in the next 8 months.
And that's why I think we're going to get 2. And the only reason I mentioned just Smash Bros. Is because I think we're going to get... they're going to announce like 3.0 update or even 2.5 where we're going to get...
well, it'd be 3.5 or 4.0.
3.5, yeah. And we might get some sort of new mode.
It's going to be the Ice Climbers Glacier.
That'd be cool. I'd be down
F
for it.
that.
I feel like we will get potentially new announcements for DLCs, maybe stage packs, maybe Mii fighter packs, costume packs, like we've talked about before. We actually do Smash Casts, so if you guys are interested, go check them out.
We'll probably do a
we talk
Smash
about this
Cast
sometimes.
prediction episode, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while.
And I think we'll get a new mode, maybe like Smash Run, or the ones with like the items and stuff.
Smash on your phone.
Or I'll smash you.
Yeah.
That's not realistic.
I would. I mean, we'll talk about that one day in a episode I want to do, where or not probably on the Smash Cast, but where I think Smash will go next after Ultimate, because like, what do you do? I think it'll be a Smash on the phone, like Smash Bros Go or something like that.
And
Smashing on the phone.
and I'll
Do
say,
that all night.
so I already talked about the first character reveal. I think it'll be during the week mentioned, but I won't say when I think the second one will get revealed, because I think I know where you're going with it. During like Metroid Prime 4, I think we're gonna get the second character revealed during that time.
Huh.
So and obviously,
So real fast,
I'll
who
talk
do you
about
think
that
the
one.
character is for Luigi's Mansion?
so
like,
for
realistically,
realistically, I think it's gonna be a new character. I think it's gonna be one that we don't know about.
that'd be
Because
freaking
like
awesome. I'd love that. Actually.
you look at something like Mario Odyssey, right? Cappy was introduced in that game, and he could very well be a character. You know,
well,
what I mean?
he's
Like,
technically in Smash now.
yeah, and so like
Wait, really?
Well, yeah, because he's on Mario's hat.
Yeah, and
like when
when you
Mario
throw him,
when
he
Mario
turns-
does moves, it shows the eyes
Oh, that's
on
cool.
the hat.
And so, like, that's why I think that they haven't announced them yet. And that's why I think it's been so long. Because everyone's like, why is it taking so long? Because they have to wait till they announce the actual game it's for. And then once they show the character, then they can be like, you like this character? Well, he's going to be in Smash, you know, and like, this is what he does. Which, that's why I can't really tell you who it would be, but I that's what I predict.
Gotcha. I'm going a little bit of a different direction with the character reveals for Smash, because I don't think they do a character that nobody knows, because that would be a hard selling point. Because the difference with the DLC versus the base roster for Smash is that the DLC they have to sell. People have to be willing to buy it. And if it's a new character that nobody's ever heard of, they're not going to be enticed to buy it. Like,
True.
if they're like, buy Boy Broyland guy, it's like, we have no idea who the frick this is. Why would we want to pay $7 for him or whatever it is, you know? And so that's why I think it'll be a character people know. And I'm going kind of boring for the first pick. I actually think the Direct will start off with a character reveal. I think the Direct will start off
could
with
see that
one
happening
and
very
end
well.
with one.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to start with Eredrick from Dragon Quest, which
So, wait,
I
are
think-
you thinking that the leak was real? Then?
I don't think the leak was real. I really don't. But
you
I
think that
I think
was
that
right?
this one is right, because this one has been rumored on other like leak type things too, and the creator of Dragon Quest is really buddy with Sakurai and the Smash team. And so it just seems like it's going to happen. I really
Well, I don't know if they'd
want it
open
to.
with that one then.
I don't want it to.
Yeah, I don't want
The
to.
thing- well, the
He
thing
looks
is-
very generic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll close with something better though, and that's why I think they'll start with him. And I don't want him in. I want to make that clear. This is just my realistic pick. My hope would be someone else, but realistically, I think it'll be Eredrick. I think it'll be a Dragon Quest pack with a Dragon Quest stage and music. I think it'll start the presentation, and then they'll get into the rest of their games.
Right.
And I'll just say who I think the closing one will be now, because I actually am different than you on this. I think this is where we see the Microsoft Nintendo crossover.
Steve.
I think at the very end of the conference, they'll be like, we're pleased to welcome our friend Phil Spencer, blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to be like blocks. And then you're just going to see the Smash logo or something. And Steve's going to fight a blocked Mario.
Well, so far you're going off the leak very closely.
True. But I don't think... The thing is I don't think that Ryu from Ninja Gaiden's one, and I also don't think Doom Guy. I think they would both be cool, but I don't. I think that Steve is just very realistic. I think it's actually possible.
Okay, we can talk about this then, because I completely disagree.
Really?
Because there was so many rumors lately, as of late, that Steve was going to be in Smash. Because Xbox changed their logo to a fire.
To the fire, yeah.
And everyone's like, Smash! But it was just for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was Game of Thrones.
And
Targaryens.
and then Minecraft had their 10th anniversary, and there was like, there's something big coming, something we're excited to tell you. It was Minecraft Earth. And like, sure, Minecraft is on the Switch, sure, it's on the 3DS, right? But I don't think, how has that been falling? I don't think that's any indication of Steve being in Smash. I do think, don't get me wrong, that means Steve as a character. I think we could potentially see Steve Xbox coming out and announcing a pack where it's got Steven, this is his trophy, a Minecraft level, like items that come out, and then like some costumes
like
for some characters.
Yeah.
Where maybe we have a Dr. Mario, where instead of being Dr. Mario, he throws out like Minecraft blocks or like Minecraft TNT or something, you know, where we have like cool skins or something like that.
Yeah, I could see just a crossover happen that's not part of the DLC and just be like, here's a Minecraft stage.
Right.
I would
like
personally choose
I think
that
it's gonna be
over
John
him,
Madden.
Steve. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
think
right.
you're right.
Hasten got that right.
Hasten predicted that. That was crazy that you got that right.
Yeah,
I can't believe John
believe
Madden.
that the last character
joined
they
the
announced
brawl.
the day before Smash came out, they were like, John Madden's.
They're like, it showed a guy running and then grab an invitation and then he's like, hi, I'm John Madden.
I don't know what to say.
And one of his moves is
I know Nintendo.
You know
one of his moves is he
anyway.
drops into the grave and comes back out.
He's still alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's just indication that he's gonna.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have much.
He's
longer,
gonna throw.
but-
Well, his move would be he doesn't go off the edge of the stage because he's afraid of heights. He won't ride.
Yeah.
He'll get a bus.
Or, when you die with John
Be
Madden, you
screwed
just,
if he was coaching and the Raiders had a game in England.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. What would he do?
is he afraid of heights?
I would take boats.
No, he
only.
won't. He won't ride planes. Like he only rides buses. I mean, I can't fully blame him. I don't like planes really either. But
After
I'm
the
not
last
like,
one we were on.
Yeah.
I bet if you die as John Madden in the game, you're just dead, and the character erases from the game because he dies in real life.
Is he only gonna play as him once?
Sakurai just kills him.
I really hope John Madden doesn't listen to this podcast.
He's the only fan. He's like,
like,
I
hey,
love.
man, this
Oh,
is my favorite
they want me to
podcast."
die.
They put
John
too,
Madden,
They
we
put too
love
much
you.
mustard on this podcast.
John Madden, if you're listening, we love you.
But I
Don't
think
die.
I don't want Steve to be clear. I'd rather have Banjo.
Steve Madden.
Yeah, I don't want John Madden to be clear. I'd rather have Banjo over Steve any day.
Well,
but I just think Steve is gonna happen.
When
just
I was gonna
because
mention
it
this
seems
during the
more
mic,
realistic.
during
Just
our
build
Xbox.
walls. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
I was gonna mention this.
They could
during
make
our,
a cool moveset for him actually.
Yeah, I was gonna mention this during our Xbox like predictions, but the only reason I don't think the Microsoft and Nintendo link and like them working together is gonna have anything to do with Smash, which sucks. But I don't think it will be because the truth is Smash is super popular and awesome, but it already came out. It came out last year. If Xbox does anything, I feel like it's gonna be either with a new game or it's just some sort
Or
of
just like the
with the
service and
Switch, the
stuff.
service, because that's just. I don't think he would be like, oh, let's announce a character for a game that came out last, even though
Yeah.
it's popular, you know.
I really my hope would be these were my predictions, but my hope would be Banjo gets announced.
Oh, yeah.
With
Of
some cool
course.
crossover with Xbox. That would be amazing. And then my other hope would be probably where you're going with like Psylocke for
Psylocke,
Metroid
yeah.
or something. But
King Boo.
I don't. Yeah, King Boo. Right. I don't think those are gonna happen now. Hasten, what's your next one?
I don't have one.
Okay,
I'm not sure with Nintendo.
With the Nintendo, I think that we might get some sort of new Switch model.
Can you tell I'm not a huge Nintendo fan?
He's like, that's it, just John Madden.
Hasten, who's the next Smash character? John Madden.
Like, I think Nintendo's gonna not do Nintendo things and just be with other companies.
There's been rumors about a new Switch model, which I think it'll be just a compact Switch. If you're watching on YouTube, you can actually see
More
we have the
compact
normal
than
Switch.
that.
Well, yeah, so we have the normal Switch, which of course actually docks.
Okay, so they're gonna release a phone with controller.
Yeah.
So the Switch docks and connects to the TV and everything, and it's got detachable Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
I think what they'll release is a Switch compact, which won't have a dock capabilities. It can't dock, and it won't have detachable Joy-Cons. It'll basically
if they
be
do
like
that,
a
I bet they
3DS.
can increase battery life.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is I think it'll be increased battery life. It'll be cheaper. It'll have more storage because they can make it thicker and like bigger, so it doesn't need to dock. Because the reason the Switch is so thin is because it has to fit in the dock. And I think it might even potentially. My hope would be some sort of cell service where maybe it can link with your provider or something. But we'll see. I do definitely think something new with like a Switch model, even if it's like a Switch XL, which I doubt. But
Going off of that, this isn't necessarily my predictions, but I actually predict that there won't be any sort of hardware from Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
Because mostly, I would have predicted the same thing as you for the most part, but the reason I didn't is because when Nintendo officially announced their Direct for E3, it says in the description, they're like, expect tons of new games announcements from Nintendo of America or whatever, and software, or tons of new software from Nintendo. No mention of like hardware.
Right,
And so, I mean, there still could be a surprise, obviously. But I
That's
just...
what E3 weekend's about. Surprises.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just think going off of that, I think it's more likely that they won't. And going off of that, I actually think there will be slightly kind of new hardware. Because I think they'll do an N64 Classic.
Ooh,
which
you
will come
already
out.
think already though?
I think
GameCube
so.
classic.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Because
too.
N64 Classic is gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna be the one that it's gonna sell out
Classic, I would go nuts
instantly.
For it. N64 Classic and GameCube Classic, I would freaking.
What's
like
the best games on N64? Are they
GoldenEye,
Mario
Mario 64, Smash Bros. 64,
GoldenEye.
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Oh, wow.
GoldenEye,
Quest 64.
Quest 64. Yeah,
No, joking, it's the worst.
I mean, there's
E.T.?
Mario
Is E.T. on
60,
there?
Mario
Banjo Kazooie.
Mario Kart 64.
That's where we could see some sort of link with Microsoft. They allow Banjo to be on there.
If you didn't notice, a lot of them have 64 in the title.
Banjo Kazooie 64.
Was it made in 1964?
No. It's 1964.
60 years ago.
I don't know.
The first video game system was the 64.
64-bit?
No, it was
64-bit.
64-bit. Yeah, it was
Because it was the first 3D con. We didn't mean to make fun of it. It's just so funny.
No, it was
Because like
just
back in the
funny.
60s,
It was just a funny
I can
thing
just
to say.
picture like in the 60s when they're like at cafes and
Mario
like
64.
There's 64.
No, I think it came out.
Atari hasn't even come out.
I
It's
think-
not ridiculous. Pong was made then.
I think the 64 was released in 96. It was
Okay.
the year you were born, I think.
Because we grew up on this 64.
Yeah.
So the
It-
after
it's pretty
64
new.
would be GameCube.
It was
then.
GameCube.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'll be GameCube.
So I'm hoping that we get 64 this holiday.
Which I will say real quick.
It's been 2 years since
If-
the SNES Classic.
If they
so-
announce the 64 Classic, it is gonna be
Oh my
impossible to
gosh,
get.
dude.
But it's gonna be awesome because like the classic NES and Super NES were so hard to get in general. Just
Not
those.
anymore.
Not
Now they're
anymore.
Well, not
everywhere.
anymore, of course. But at first,
when they first came out.
Oh yeah,
they were-
Yeah, they
but
were
like
insane.
the
Especially
64.
the first one.
Oh my gosh, the NES Classic was impossible.
It was
Yeah.
the
Because like you think about the fans.
I went
of
to
the-
Target multiple times.
It was. We were getting
Morning.
calls all day long. I was like, "Do you have the NES?" We're like, we just told our operator, we're like, "We don't have the NES."
Yeah.
So if they're asking for a
eventually,
no, our operator would just straight up tell the person that's calling if they're transferring to electronics. They'd just be like, "Are you guys looking for the NES?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And she's just like, "We don't have it."
yeah, I remember eventually. You guys had a call. It was you and Best Buy did the same thing. Like I would call Target or Best Buy, and they would before they even picked up the phone, it would be like, "Hi, this is Best Buy customer service or whatever. We regret to inform you we do not have any of the NES Classic or Nintendo." Like both,
Yeah.
every retail store did it.
That's crazy.
And so I would just immediately
It was
be like, "There's my
insane.
Well,
answer."
like you think about the
Same thing with like the Switch when that came out. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
every day we were getting
I
calls.
remember the Switch was like that.
Yeah.
Well, you think about when the 64 came out. It's gonna be young adults like us, like our age, with all this money. Like everyone's gonna try to get one because they're like, "Oh, we want our classic childhood games." Because like the other ones were selling like hotcakes. They're gonna be like hotcakes on fire. Like it's gonna be impossible to get.
Yeah, I think
So-
it would be a huge success for Nintendo, and I would go ballistic for one. I would love that thing.
Oh
that
my
and the
gosh.
GameCube one. I'd freaking love.
Imagine
GameCube.
oh my
I
gosh.
will get.
Yeah.
'cause
Even just solely Mario
GameCube's what I
64.
actually grew up on first. That was the first console I ever owned.
Yeah. But I think that'll come out this fall, and I think people are going to be a little upset because I think it's going to be $100.
Yeah.
And
Instead of into this
which I
60.
think, instead of it was 60 for the NES, 80 for the SNES, so I think 64.
Well,
will
I think
be
it might
100.
even- it might
and
even
then
be
GameCube
more
they'll
than
be like
100.
120.
It might even be 120 for the 64 because the 64 was a lot bigger, had a bigger processor. It was harder to make the games
Yeah, well, and it's
because
3D.
it wasn't 2D. Yeah, so I feel like it might even be 120.
Yeah, it's possible. I would pay any amount for it, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. If
Under
they,
$300.
Yeah, if they said if they said it was 200, I'd probably get it. Too.
Yeah.
So when they announce it, will they do pre-orders immediately or?
Probably not. I would hope so. That would be amazing. But with the SNES, it was like I think they announced it and pre-orders went on like 2 months later. And same with the
Connor
NES.
luckily was able to get
NES. Yeah, I was SNES. I got on immediately and got them. NES they didn't even do pre-orders for. I don't think.
It's
I
like,
just-
you gotta try and.
That's why that one was so much harder because Nintendo didn't expect the demand for it, and nobody had it because like there was no pre-orders, and so people all had to go in line and try to get it in the morning. But yeah, that's one of my predictions.
That's cool.
Want to go back to you?
I think that's it for me, honestly.
You don't think Metroid?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Metroid. Sorry, yeah, that's the last thing I was gonna mention. I think we're gonna get Metroid Prime 4 official announcement, maybe even like a cinematic trailer. I don't think it's gonna be coming out 2019. I do think it'll come out 2020.
I think that's being really generous.
Generously 2020, maybe even 2021. Hazen's struggling.
Your camera's off. So.
Oh,
You're good.
Oh yeah. I think 2020 generous, but 2021. But the only reason why I don't think we'll even get a release date is because I do think it's a little far off. But I do think we'll get like a cinematic trailer I think it's going to show Samus, and I think the antagonist is going to be Psylocke, who, if you don't know who that is, it's just like a reoccurring character in the trilogy.
Well, not in the trilogy, but from Hunters.
Well, yeah, he's been in like
and then
behind the
at
scenes,
the very end.
at the end credits and in the Hunters. But and then I think, like I said, we're gonna get a character announcement of him being in the game.
My prediction is that there won't be any Prime 4 whatsoever. I think since the development had a change to retro
I didn't
earlier
think
this
about that.
yeah, the development changed to retro earlier this year. I think it's just too soon. I would love to have Metroid, but I don't think there's
you're
a
right,
chance.
because I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I predict we won't see Metroid Prime 4 until 2021 at the earliest, which sucks. But I do think Retro will be there, though, because one thing people have been pointing out is that Retro has been working on a game for the last few years that wasn't Metroid Prime 4. And the rumor was a couple years back was that it was a Star Fox game, a Star Fox racing game called Star Fox Grand Prix. And a lot of people think it's bogus, and I kind of did too to start, but there's been a little bit more credence to it, and I think Retro will be there for sure to reveal whatever their game is, and I think it'll be this year. And I'm not saying it'll be Star Fox Grand Prix, but I think it's a possibility that it would be.
Why would they do like another Mario Kart?
They need to do.
That's another announcement. So
I doubt they're gonna do it.
I just
since
remembered.
there was 8.
I just remembered like 3 things I forgot to mention. Okay. So
well,
first,
do you want to just do one and then?
Oh yeah, well, let's just go together
2 more
for these ones, because I think you have these ones too. I think we'll get mention of the new Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games, because I didn't have that. We got an announcement for that, so I think we're gonna see a lot of information about that release date. I guarantee almost it's gonna come out this year, because it's one of those games they can pound out.
Did you guys ever play that one?
I played
the first one. The first one was actually really fun.
Yeah, they're really fun.
I never played it.
We used to rent them. And then I think we're gonna get talk about the Dr. Mario game coming for the phone.
Oh, that's right.
Dr. Mario Go.
I think before that
isn't that like Tetris kind of?
Yeah, it's just like Tetris.
And then also I think we're gonna get the official announcement of the Mario Kart game coming to this phone, which we've had rumors about.
So there will be
to the phone.
So yeah, that's why when he said that, I was like, wait, we're gonna.
Is it like Mario Kart Dash?
It's called Mario Kart World Tour.
Yeah,
Mario Kart Tour, something like that.
Have they announced it officially? Then?
It's officially announced. In fact,
we just don't know
the beta. I tried to sign up for the beta. I don't think I got in, but the beta starts.
Call of Duty Mobile's beta's
beginning of next month. Oh really?
It's like an alpha.
You should sign up for it. You can pre-register right now.
Oh wow. Yeah, the Mario Kart.
No,
Tour...
like you can play it.
Oh wow.
It's like it's very very like
select. Oh, it's like an alpha.
I'm signed up for it. I haven't gotten an email for it yet though.
Yeah, that's the same with Mario Kart Tour. I think it launches very beginning of June. So, like the beta anyway. So soon.
So I think some of that Mario Kart news. I think we'll get more about the Zelda games, because we've had like a couple announcements of the Zelda games. So we'll see more of that. But that's all I have that I can remember. You'll probably mention stuff that'll like.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think so. You said Luigi's Mansion 3 is gonna be their big like thing to show off and like what their booth will be.
Yeah.
I think it'll actually be Animal Crossing. I think Animal Crossing is going to be like their big focus for this.
Well, did they say that new game was coming out this year? The big one.
Yes. Well, last year when it was showed off, remember when they showed Isabelle?
Yeah. Well, they announced that there was going to be
Animal Crossing,
the main.
The main Animal Crossing game, and it said 2019.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it'll be Animal Crossing as the main focus game.
Huh.
And I think that's what their booth will be decorated as. I hope Luigi's Mansion. That'd be awesome. But I think it'll be Animal Crossing. And I imagine it launches this fall as well. I think it'll
think about that.
I think it'll be. I don't know if it'll be before or after Luigi's Mansion. It's either going to be, I think, like the December game, like how Smash was, like maybe early December.
Yeah.
Realistically, that's what I think it is. But I could see it also being just ready and being like September, or something like that.
Another thing I forgot. I'd love to see. A remake or a remaster of Mario 64. I think
oh my
cool.
gosh!
On the Switch.
I would go. That would be my favorite game of all time.
That'd be so cool.
I've never gotten into that.
That would be your favorite game of all time?
Yeah, Mario 64 remake. Oh my gosh!
I've never beaten Mario 64.
Mario 64 was the first game I ever played, and I have so many memories of playing that game. So.
I've played it so many times. I
guess if the N64 comes out, I'll buy it and beat it, because it's got such a thing behind it.
It's classic too. I mean, if you like Mario Odyssey, it's just like that.
It's got plenty of content, but you could beat it quickly. Like, it's a quick game. Like, unless you want to get every star.
Yeah, if you want to get every star.
If I speed ran it, I think I could beat it in like 4 minutes.
I
think the speed run record right now is like an hour and 30 minutes or something. Yeah.
There's 120 stars.
It's like there's a Mario one where it's like It takes a few minutes.
Yeah, I think it's the original.
Oh, is
because you can skip
You
worlds.
can skip mostly. You can literally like.
Oh,
jump.
is this Mario 64 3D?
Yeah, it's the 3D
okay.
one.
It's like Mario Odyssey.
The very first 3D Mario that was ever made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's there's 120 stars, but I think you only need like
60
to get to Bowser.
Yeah.
So
Rainbow Bowser.
well, spoilers, bro. Just kidding. For
Sorry if you haven't.
almost
Sorry if you didn't know
25-year-old
Lincoln died. He died back in the liberation days.
guy.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to playing in Nintendo or Mario 64.
I haven't gotten
You
around
just
to-
spoiled it for me.
I haven't gotten around to reading textbooks that Abraham Lincoln died.
Tanner, that game was before
Frick.
I was born. Of course, I haven't played it yet.
Have you guys ever played any of the Animal Crossing games?
No.
I haven't either.
I played the mobile one.
I played Pocket Camp for a little bit,
Yeah.
but I wasn't really a huge
It's just
fan.
not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So
It's basically real life simulator, kind
Yeah.
of. But with
yeah, like a Sims. It's Nintendo's version of Sims.
Mhm.
Yeah, you kind of play with your guys, and you could decorate your house. And
I
stuff.
mean, if the Switch one looks really cool, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
maybe.
consider playing it. But I don't plan on buying it. Maybe I'll rent it and try it or something.
Yeah.
But let's go to move on to the final conference then.
The big
Xbox,
one.
Microsoft.
The best conference.
Arguably the one that people think is going to be the biggest this year for a lot of reasons.
because first of all, PlayStation.
Because PlayStation's not going to be there. But what are you guys thinking? Let's go ahead and start
Such
out
a
with Hasten
PlayStation
first.
hater. Yeah, screw them. They're not going to announce Last of Us.
Dude, I wish PlayStation was
them.
there. Because we could have seen Last of Us, Death Stranding.
Well, what
fucking-
I'm wondering because like Bungie usually announces their stuff at their conference. I wonder what they're gonna do.
I don't think they'll show anything. You think they're ready?
Well, I think they're gonna announce the new DLC for Destiny coming out this fall. They've already announced
really?
that there's supposed to be something this fall.
Huh?
So I don't know when they're gonna.
What about
do
Destiny
it
3?
now. That's like a year away. I think we'll get it next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, an announcement.
When did Destiny 2 come out? 2017?
Destiny 2 came out not last year, but yeah,
They
not
haven't
not
released
last
all their
September.
DLC yet.
Still?
Well, they're still under Activision's contract technically,
Hmm.
so they have to release this DLC. Otherwise, they'll.
I hope they
Dude.
change the next game.
They will. They've already talked about it.
Because it is a fun, like, I beat Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, we played it together a
Yeah.
lot. It was fun. when we played
And
together.
it was a fine game, but, like, it's just the way they do their DLC. Like, if I wanted to play Destiny 2 right now, I have to buy more DLC.
Yeah.
Like, I have to.
Well,
I can't really
you don't.
play it.
You can actually play. They've changed their system
on.
a lot because of Activision. Though. They actually
Can I, if I,
They- you
if,
can.
if I want to play with you, am I just going to
Yeah.
get butt raped?
no, you can play with me because I didn't buy the newest DLC for like a month or so after it was out because I stopped playing for a while. Like there was like the Black Armory.
But then as soon as you started playing, you bought it, right?
Oh yeah, what? No, I played it like throughout that month. Like, and I was able to do everything. Like
Except
of course,
for that DLC.
But you can't. Of course, you can't do that DLC's mission or like any of the stuff that comes with that DLC. But you can do everything else that was already in the game, and it's got a lot of content. So, but yeah, I almost guarantee they'll do something different with Destiny 3. We had when they revealed the newest update a while ago. They had the creator of Destiny, not the creator, the head director, Luke Smith. He was like, now that we're free from our ties, he said, you can finally see what it would be like for
No, you guys
a
looking at me.
Bungie controlled
Mind your own business.
Destiny.
Okay, no, keep going.
So
Is that it?
yeah,
Okay. Hazen, let's start with you for Xbox. What are you thinking?
Oh, man. Like, I'm so torn because, like, well, first of all, I think all of us have this, or at least me and Connor do. Rocksteady will announce the next game.
Oh my
think so.
gosh, dude! I
hope
freaking pray so. That would be so amazing. Like that would be my most anticipated thing for E3 this year, and it feels like time. It's been Arkham Knight came out 2015, so it's been 4 years. You know, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And for the last 2 E3s, I predicted they're going to be at E3, but they haven't been. So
we keep thinking like Game Awards.
yeah, I'm
or
like,
something.
is it going to be this year? Like, I'm probably
We were
gonna be
convinced
I'm probably
at the
going to be
Game Awards.
disappointed again.
You're
but
right. You're prepared.
I'm prepared to be disappointed.
Hey, if you were a Bethesda fan, you'd be even or
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
you'd
just
be,
wait 12 years
yeah,
between games.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
don't
complain.
you don't know the pain.
Yeah, I can't complain.
It's been what 6-7 years for us.
Cute.
8 years. It came out in 2011, right?
Yeah.
8 years. It's about to hit 9. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I'm thinking it's time, but I'll say this every year until it happens, I guess. But I'm thinking this sounds like the right time. It's been 4 years, and they have been hiring like crazy the last 4 years, like we've seen. And then recently, there's been job listings for them for like stuff that's towards the end of production, like stuff you hire for like when you're almost done with a game. So it seems likely, but I'm hoping it's my dream would be a Justice League game.
Yeah.
I think it would be awesome if you could like.
So we can get an
switch
Avengers
off
game and a Justice League
That would
game.
be cool.
This E3.
Maybe Rocksteady's working on that Avengers game.
Yeah, maybe no. They're owned by Warner Bros, so they wouldn't be able to. I don't think. But
Oh, well, if
yeah, you're gonna talk about. I know what you're gonna talk about, but
do you know them?
yeah, no, just wait. Though.
Okay, yeah.
I
hope. I bet you do though.
No, I know it.
Okay, no.
I bet you do. You can't see this, viewers.
Yeah, I think it's time, and my hope would be they're like, guess what? It's coming out this year, fall this
that'd
year.
be crazy.
Because you've waited 4 years, it's time. It's coming out. But my realistic prediction is we'll get a teaser, and it'll be like 2020. Yeah, something like that.
2020 is shaping up to be a crazy year.
Oh, yeah. 2019, in all honesty, is a pretty lackluster year in terms
Until we'll see. We'll see.
We'll
That's
see at
true.
E3.
That's true.
We're definitely seeing it.
Because if it's like,
predicting.
if it's suddenly like, oh, you get the Avengers game, you get the Justice
Rocksteady
League game, you get the, you get Last of Us 2, you get like, I don't know.
So what do you think then? Do you think it's Justice League, or
It's either Justice League or it's like a single character. Like I said, my dream would probably be like the Flash. I said that in a couple episodes ago.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Just because I feel like the Flash has such a cool story behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they might do like a Superman. I can see a Superman.
Superman's very rumored as well.
But my hope, my like dreams. It would be awesome if it was what's it called, Justice League.
Justice League.
You know, I mean, I would like it just as much as if it was Flash. So
That would be ideal. I mean, that would be great. But if it's really any of a DC character, I think I'll be excited for the most part. But what if
it's like Green
crazy,
Arrow?
Or what if how crazy it'd be if they're like, it's a brand new game, or like it's a Ghost Recon game.
It's a Suicide Squad game.
That was rumored for a while, but I really hope not. Tanner, you're up.
All right. I actually am excited for Rocksteady game too. I hope that it's something we've never seen, because I like Rocksteady's good at gritty. I don't want to see. I don't know if they could do a gritty Superman. So, but I think the next one.
I think they could, but
As far as talking about Warner Bros, Connor probably knows, but I think they're going to announce the new Shadow game. The new Shadow
Middle Earth.
We had Shadow of War, which was, 3 years ago now? It's been a while, and we had Shadow of Mordor a couple years before that. So I think we'll get the new one.
What was the first one?
Shadow of Mordor, and then Shadow of War.
Okay. Mordor's on Game Pass.
Oh, is it?
About trying it.
Yeah, you should.
fun. It's Assassin's Creed, but
it's Assassin's Creed cross Arkham, because the combat is totally Arkham.
It's dope. But yeah, I think we'll get a new Shadow game. I don't know how. I mean, you beat Shadow of War.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna play Shadow of War?
Mm-hmm. Eventually.
I won't spoil it, but you knew how it ended.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very, I don't know how they could continue it.
It could be
just him.
Yeah.
Just the main character. Or we could even see Split where it switches, perspectives. But I definitely think there's gonna be a new one. The way it ended, the way they set up the universe, I think there's definitely gonna be another one. Hopefully coming out this year. I doubt it though. I mean, I'm thinking maybe a 2020 release, early 2020, maybe January, February sometime. But I definitely think that's gonna get announced. I think it's about time. So
that sounds about right. I can see that. That's kind of on my predictions too, but I'm not for sure about it.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna do a real quick one. This one's kind of obvious, but I think there's gonna be a Gears 5 release date and gameplay.
That's coming this year, I think.
Yeah, I think it's confirmed to be this fall. So I'm imagining October sometime, and we get gameplay.
yeah,
So that's an easy one, but
definitely.
I'm thinking some kind of hardware, not specifically the next Xbox, but some kind of hardware. I don't know what kind of, maybe some kind of VR or maybe a new kind of controller or something to do with their
Elite controller or something.
Not even Elite, but their handicap controller.
Oh,
Something like that. There's going to be something hardware related.
Maybe announcement of their streaming service in general.
maybe.
Maybe it being on the phone. Something with
That'd be
a
cool.
Game Pass app or something. I think that when they announce, if they do this whole Game Pass on the Switch and stuff, it'll be an app because it'll be on your phone.
I want to ask you guys the big question
Yeah,
right now.
I
While
was
we're thinking about it.
because he mentioned it. I was going to ask that.
Yeah,
too.
I don't want to. We'll get to our other stuff, but the big question: will there be the next Xbox?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's too soon. I hope that'd be cool.
I'm torn.
But
I think it could because there's so many rumors with PlayStation being ready to kind of drop this thing. Mm-hmm. Like, what if?
I mean, they've already announced.
What if they release it spring 2020?
That'd be nuts.
Cool, I mean, they could. It wouldn't be fiscally smart, I don't think, because Q4.
Yeah, Q4 is the time.
But I mean, they could.
They could. I mean, Nintendo did it.
Yeah.
I think fall is most likely.
Yeah.
Fall 2020.
I agree with Connor. I really want a new console. I want to talk about it. You know,
the reason I think PlayStation's not going is because they have so much they could announce, and that is coming out for them that they know. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they wouldn't go. What I think they're doing is they're holding off a press conference for a couple more months
to do
before they're ready,
thing.
And they're going to announce the next PlayStation 4
with
in a couple
bunch
months.
Of exclusives, probably.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have The Last of Us. They're going to have Death Stranding. They're going to have a ton of games.
I will admit,
so Xbox has got to release it soon or here at E3.
I think you're right. I think PlayStation will do like a live event state of play or something like that.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say Xbox, I really hope they do. Because if they want to win this generation or even compete...
They got to come first.
Because they really got stomped at the beginning of this generation. They came forward with like
they're setting up
compatibility
for next time.
And the thing is I totally think that later this year, even like maybe a month after E3, PlayStation's going to do a big live event, big state of play. They'll do their own conference, and they're going to announce PlayStation 5. They're going to announce the price point, when it's coming out.
There's just so many leaks about it. It's got to be
Well,
coming.
and they've already announced what it's potentially supposed to run.
What,
PS5? Computing-wise. Yeah, like there was a little demo of
Spider-Man
screens.
The head of, I think his name is House, the head of PlayStation, literally gave an interview and confirmed like a bunch of details about PlayStation 5.
I mean, what if Xbox sees that and they're like, holy cow, our console right now is insane compared to that. Mm-hmm. I mean, Xbox is going to drop it.
Or what if they're thinking, oh, frick, our console.
It could be either way, but I mean, if it's not ready yet, then Xbox won't do anything. But if they're like, holy cow, if that's their specs, like, let's announce this right now, we're going to blow them out of the water.
I think it was, I will admit, I think it was a really bad move for the creator or the runner of PlayStation to say that stuff in an unofficial interview. And
it was
like,
official.
Well, I mean, like not an official announcement because he's basically confirming for one that there's PlayStation 5, which is obvious, but he's confirming the specs, which Xbox could easily be like, that's their specs. Let's outdo them easily.
PlayStation for the last 6 months has been making very weird announcement decisions. Like they're doing state of play. They didn't do the PSX thing. They're not doing an E3 press conference. They're kind of just like, hey, so our console is going to be backwards compatible, and it can run 8K. It's like, oh, cool. But
did they say it can be backwards compatible?
That was what they said with friggin' PS4, though. They're like, oh, it can run 4K. Mm-hmm. Whereas it couldn't. The PlayStation 4 Pro could.
Yeah.
And the Xbox One X
Wait, so they already announced that they'll have backwards compatibility?
Yes.
Full compatibility
for
with
PS4.
all games?
For PS4. Not all PlayStation.
Oh, with just PlayStation 4
It's backwards compatible.
That's still big.
That is big. That's very big. Because think about
especially
it.
With next gen.
PS4
I thought they
Xbox,
were dropping everything.
Me too. Yeah, like, think about it. PS4 and Xbox One didn't have backwards compatibility.
Okay.
That was crazy.
Then, if that's true, that kind of gives me hope because I feel like Xbox, they have been always with this backwards compatibility. They announced the Xbox, the original Xbox backwards compatibility.
Not when they first launched Xbox.
Yeah. Well, I know, but I'm saying like
they were like opposite.
But since they started, they have been pushing it hardcore. They've been constantly adding new games. They went back into the original Xbox. It was their biggest thing last year for E3 is the original Xbox. I feel like me and Connor talked about this. I think we talked about it on the podcast. I don't remember what we think the Xbox Rose will be. And I think that it will basically, because what they did, Xbox did. I don't know how they did it, but they basically added an Xbox.
Yeah, keep going.
They basically added an Xbox 360 into the Xbox One in an update. Because if you notice, when you boot up Xbox 360 games, it starts with the logo. What I think they did with the Xbox Rose or whatever it's going to be called, Scarlet, it will already have an Xbox 360 and an Xbox original in the console, to where every single Xbox original game.
The console's going to be like this big.
Well, no, not theoretically.
I know, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I think the same thing.
I think that it's going to have that, and it's going to have every single game that they've ever had on Xbox.
Will it have a disc drive?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Better.
It has. If they want to do this backwards compatibility thing,
better. Gosh dang it.
I think they
will. It have a Kinect?
No. They're done.
Will it have VR?
Maybe. No. I don't think that's a realistic. I think that's a potential though. But I think that's going to be their biggest selling point is like, hey, we have every single Xbox game you've ever owned. You can play. It doesn't matter what game it is. You know.
Yeah. Halo Infinite. What do you guys think?
I don't think.
There or no.
I agree. I don't
say
think
no.
Yeah, I think next year, and then Gears of War the next year.
Actually,
and then Halo the next year.
I will
Gears of
say,
War.
if they do announce the new console, I think we will see Halo Infinite. It will be a launch title. But if we don't see the new
I think
console,
Halo Infinite is 100% a launch title for the next Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be crossed with the Xbox One.
yeah, definitely.
I think that's almost a
easy.
guarantee.
Yeah, that's like an easy.
Well, at
guess,
this point, we're like, the new consoles are either this year or next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's any later,
not
it's like
2021.
okay, you're waiting.
Yeah,
You're pushing it because
I think it has to be this year. I mean, not because next
there-
year. Sorry.
because we are
I
at the
don't think
peak
it's
of
this year at
what
all.
games can do on these consoles.
Yeah,
There's not much.
They
more
are
they're gonna
they are
go
getting to
with.
the point where it's hard for them to make a game to where they're having to do 2 discs on Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Like they're getting to the point where they're like struggling to make games for this console, where the console can't handle.
I think the consoles are for sure next year. I don't think there's a chance they're this year. If they're this year, that would be insane.
it would be insane.
There's no way.
I feel like Xbox
Maybe
and
one of them's
PlayStation.
this year.
Xbox and PlayStation aren't stupid, and they like the competition.
crazy.
They loved that one year where we were all like, "It's the console year. We know it is." Remember, we were like Xbox 720, PS4. We were doing all these predictions, and we knew for sure it was that year. And then they announced it, and it was like this huge battle. Like, I doubt it's just gonna be like Xbox announces their console this year. It's coming out this year. PlayStation announced it later this year. It's coming out this year. Like, it's just kind of like, it's not like this huge, big battle thing. Like we both
It's
announced
still
our
a battle.
consoles.
I mean,
Oh yeah, it's definitely still a battle. I'm saying, but that's why I don't think they're gonna announce their console this year. Like realistically, I'd like to see it, but I don't think.
I don't think realistically they will. I want them to.
On my
Well,
predictions, I think with the next console, I don't think it'll be there, like, at all. But I do think this. I actually think that Phil Spencer
Will
mention it at the end of the conference. He'll just be like, he'll do essentially what PlayStation did, but it'll be on a stage and it'll sound really cool. He'll just be like, by the way, we're hard at work on the next generation of Xbox. Stay tuned for more information
pretty sure he
on
did
our console that runs 8K, is backwards compatible, blah, blah, and he'll give a bunch of stupid spec information. Right?
I feel like he did that.
I can't believe 8K is already thing. We're gonna double 4K.
Yeah.
Didn't 4K just become like common?
It's just like I feel like
Yeah, it's like
okay,
we just got a 4K TV. Now we have to get an 8K TV.
it's like, gosh dang it, no, can't keep up.
And then the next year they'll be like 60K. Sorry, we just raised it.
It's
It's real life.
Best Buy has an 8K TV up right now.
Do they?
Yeah, it looks insane.
Oh my god.
I gotta
like
see
it's like
it.
ugh, I don't even know if my eyes can tell the difference between 4K and 8K. But that's what I said.
That's what I said about
4K.
Blu-ray, and then we watched Avengers: Infinity War.
We're like,
and
holy
I was like,
cow.
whoa, you can tell the difference. Wow.
You watched Infinity War on DVD?
Well, we watched Infinity War on 4K. We were watching
it in 4K, and then it
How?
stopped
and
working.
then the disc stopped working for some reason. So we put in the Blu-ray, and it was
On this TV?
noticeably different. Yeah, it was noticeably different.
What do we have that plays 4K?
The Xbox One S.
Yeah,
It plays. I thought that was only the Xbox One X.
No, 4K.
no, it has
Blu-rays.
HDR. Yeah.
It'll play Blu-rays that are 4K.
Oh.
It doesn't play games that are 4K.
It stopped working,
Yeah, the disc stopped working. I have no idea why. It was
halfway through it, like,
and
started-
so you had to play it on the Blu-ray player.
And we were like, wow, this is not even close to
Yeah.
as good.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if my mind can like comprehend 8K. I'd like see it and be like, and have like a spasm and start foaming at the
It's
mouth.
like the 40 frames per second with the Hobbit.
Oh, yeah, if you guys have
they're
never-
moving fast motion.
you guys don't know, Hobbit came out in theaters for
High frame rate.
high
40 frames per
HD,
second.
40 frames per second, HDR or whatever. It was nuts. Like it was 3D, and me and Connor wanted to go see it, and literally they looked like they were going in fast
Everything
motion.
looked like it was fast motion.
Like when we started the movie, it felt like it was like 3D when like they were with us, and it was going like in fast motion. Like Bilbo was like walking really
It looks
fast.
like a reality TV show. Like
Yeah.
it was weird.
But then
I
once
mean,
we
I liked
adjusted
it.
to it, it was like it was crazy how
Yeah.
well it was.
One of my other predictions is I think we're gonna get the Cuphead Delicious Last Course
Yeah, you're right.
gameplay
DLC.
alongside the release date.
Yeah.
And I think my hope is that they're like available now, but I think it'll be like September. I think they'll be September.
What happened
it'll
with
be
the,
2 years from Cuphead? We'll get the DLC.
What happened with the Shovel Knight DLC?
Oh, that was delayed. That's still coming too. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at Nintendo's conference. It's supposed to come out summer. Yeah.
That's cool.
But Cuphead, I think, will be there for sure.
Hopefully
think
that
it has to
DLC
be.
comes to the Switch at the same time as the Xbox too.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Maybe that's why it's
I wouldn't
been
be
so
surprised.
long for them.
Maybe they've had a delay because of the whole Cuphead Switch port. That's probably it, honestly.
Yeah, because they want to make it on both.
I actually think Borderlands 3 will be at Xbox's conference too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think they'll show up.
I forgot to even mention that.
Like a quick
I
trailer.
mean, their game comes out September.
Yeah.
So it's soon. They've already announced so much, and I think they already confirmed that there's more at E3.
And then
I think that with Xbox buying all of these companies, we're gonna get the first exclusive.
yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say that too.
I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know from which company it's gonna be, but we're gonna get the first like AAA exclusive.
That'd be cool.
Not like some indie game that's like garbage. I think we're gonna get the first real game.
Yeah.
On the Xbox.
Like
One.
AAA,
It's
yeah.
exclusive to Xbox and Windows.
Yeah, I was gonna say exclusive to Xbox, Windows, and PC
And Switch.
Yeah, and Switch. But I was gonna say the same thing. I actually think it'll be 2.
If you PlayStation,
I think it'll actually be 2. I think they're gonna.
2. I was leaning towards 2, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe
It is
They
soon.
did just buy all.
Yeah,
of
it
so.
is soon, but I think they're desperate to push out
Yeah.
that they have games. So they'll be
agree.
like, look, here in next year when our console launches, this is what you have to look forward to.
I don't
and
think that's
it'll
crazy,
be
yeah.
and I think it'll be a big AAA game from one of the developers and then a big AAA game from one of the other ones.
Yeah.
I can't say who because I don't know
I don't know
what
anything.
their schedule
I don't know what's
I
gonna
don't-
happen.
I know what their schedule is, but I think there'll be 2 from 2 of the companies they purchased.
What was that crazy skater like where you skated on the lines that they bought? They bought the company.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Wait, what? Say it again.
They skated on the lines and you were like fighting zombies, like the power lines.
Sunset Overdrive?
Yeah, maybe Sunset Overdrive.
But they didn't
Oh,
buy
that'd be
Insomniac.
cool. They didn't buy Insomniac.
Because Insomniac made
that's
Spider-Man. For PlayStation.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's weird. They made
Insomniac-
exclusive Sunset
Xbox
Overdrive and then exclusive
exclusive
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Yeah.
Huh.
And
They
now
just-
they're-
they
and
like
now
to-
they're probably stuck with PlayStation for
Because
Spider-Man.
PlayStation was like,
Way too early prediction.
Spider-Man
Marvel
2.
Spider-Man 2 next year.
Yeah, think so too. Not
At
out, not
E3,
out, but
no.
announced. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think it'll get out.
It'll be. I think they'll
I
have a
think
pretty
it'll be
quick
out fall.
turnaround time.
I hope
I think it'll be
PlayStation.
out fall.
I think it'll be out fall 2021.
I hope
I hope
PlayStation
PlayStation.
just
I think it's a
blows up.
launch title with PS5.
Really, that soon? I think that's a little too soon. I think Horizon 2 would be a launch title. I think it's time for that.
I think during Xbox's press conference, they're gonna
No.
they're gonna bring out a car.
Oh, I was gonna say you stole
Another
it from
Forza.
Me. You stole it from me. I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say.
Dude, I hate
I
Forza.
guarantee there will be a Forza car
There,
that shows
look,
up.
I am willing to bet.
There will be a man that's like, here's a car, and a car is gonna drop down from the top of the place.
You can drive this car in Forza Motorsport 8.
Yeah.
I will literally.
Dude, you
I will
said it
wear.
exactly
I will
right.
wear a tutu in the next episode after they announce their press conference. If there's not,
If there's not a car.
if there is not, I almost guarantee there's gonna be a car. And nobody wants to see it, but they do it anyway.
Yeah.
These are gamers. They don't care.
I will Photoshop R2D2 hanging himself if
I will legit.
if
do it.
there is no Forza
I'm
car.
excited now. I
Yeah.
hope there's no car.
There will be a car. Has there been a year where there isn't a car on stage?
I don't
like
not
my
in
gosh.
recent history.
It's so annoying because it takes up like 10 minutes of. I mean, not
And it's
really,
like-
but
and it's
it
like-
takes up so long. Like,
This
them
is the
bringing it
first
up.
time this
You know what car
company
it's
is
gonna be?
announcing this new car.
gonna be
It
the
looks
it's
just like every other Porsche. But
It's going
look
to be
at it.
Tesla's new sports car model.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk will be driving it.
Yeah, exactly.
If that happens,
That'd be
kinda
cool, yeah.
But
And he's like, we're taking it to the moon.
I agree. Yeah, I
Forza
had that on
in
my
the
list, too.
moon.
The next Forza game is in space.
Yeah.
That's funny. I had that on my list too. And then I have the last one I was gonna say just real fast is I think the Splinter Cell game will be shown off at Xbox's
Xbox.
conference first, and then they'll be like, tune in for more tomorrow at Ubisoft's
That'd be cool.
conference or something like that.
I think that, I mean, a big hope that I'll just end with is my last thing is I'd love to see something with Banjo. With
Oh my
Banjo Kazooie.
gosh, that'd be awesome. Banjo 3.
The only reason that
Banjo
I think
3E.
is because
That game sucks.
you suck.
I hated it.
No, but the only reason I think is just because Microsoft and Rare they've been much more like,
That's a good
Nice.
silence. That game sucks. You suck.
no, but they've been much more like friendly with each other and actually working hard on their games. Like they worked really hard on Sea of Thieves, and I feel like now they're letting their live team take care of Sea of Thieves while they're working on other things. And I feel like they can't not realize that people want a Banjo game. Like I don't know why they're being so dumb. Like it's very obvious, even if it's just like a remaster, you know, like a upbringing, like bring Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2 to the Switch or something, you know, whatever it has to be. I think we should get something.
Oh, I will say that I think Ori and the Blind Forest 1 and 2 will be coming to Switch.
I agree, actually. Didn't they? I thought I swear they already announced that.
No, I don't think so. I think that just sounds super realistic. That makes sense.
It seems
if
like
Cuphead came to the Switch, I think those will.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Yeah, I think that'll be at the conference as well. Do you guys have any other Xbox predictions?
No.
Any last minute E3 predictions to get out there? We're only 2.5 weeks away. What's gonna happen? Tell me the insane thing.
PlayStation's gonna actually have a conference.
You think? You're just surprised?
And they're gonna announce The Last of Us,
Dude,
and I'm gonna start crying.
Do you know how cool that would be if PlayStation was just like, surprise, we're effing doing.
We have a 20-minute conference.
Yeah,
and it's just a demo for The Last of Us 2.
Or it's like Last of Us.
Dude, there's a demo for Last
gameplay.
of Us 2. How is it not guaranteed to release this year? Like, what are you guys doing?
I think they're saving it probably for next year.
Maybe let's try to port it to the new console. Make it a launch exclusive.
I think, you know how cool that'd be? They're like, here's a trailer for Last of Us 2. Oh, by the way, also Death Stranding. Oh, the next God of War. Oh, next Friday, by the way.
And also, we're announcing that we're shutting down.
Spider-Man DLC.
And that we are not making any more games in PlayStation.
God,
you're such a hater.
Dude, they have the best.
Why don't you
games.
give it a shot?
I don't want to!
You have money now. Just buy PlayStation, man.
Yeah,
Stop telling me what to do!
Just buy PlayStation.
You can get all the cool Destiny exclusive stuff on there.
Just buy
the like
PlayStation.
one gun.
I was gonna say, I think I don't know if it's confirmed already yet, but I think Borderlands 3 will have exclusivity promotion stuff with Xbox.
Yeah, I agree,
like the DLC will come to Xbox first.
I
that.
hate this exclusivity.
I do too.
To it.
I do
like
too.
any DLC.
I hate
like,
any timed. Yeah, I don't.
Call of
like
Duty
timed.
really pisses me off.
Because
with
I
it.
actually, I don't have a huge problem with like exclusives themselves as far as games.
We didn't even talk about Call of Duty. Is there gonna be a Call of Duty there?
Oh,
At E3,
Yeah,
there definitely could be.
Do
they usually
Xbox
announce theirs at E3?
But no,
I swear they
it
announced
won't
that
be at
before.
Xbox's conference because they have the exclusivity to PlayStation.
But so where would it be then? That's
But
the thing.
do they anymore? Do we know if they do anymore?
Yeah.
Still do.
They do right now.
I
know,
wonder
but
if they do.
it's
for
probably
everybody
ending
before,
with
though. I
Black
wonder
Ops
if
4.
Xbox like tried to
Because it could be ending.
outbid them or something.
I mean, it obviously ended with Ghost for Xbox, like it Switch, so it's got to end at some point with PlayStation.
Well, it switched during generations though.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it'll switch back for the next generation because remember it was the first Call of Duty for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 was when it switched, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe next year we'll get that to happen, but
Ron, Xbox got the easy side of it though, because remember it used to be a month. Like,
Yeah.
For PS4
Oh my
3.
God.
It was rough. I remember when the Skyrim DLC came out, and it was for a month.
that was that was ridiculous. Even
Oh,
though
like,
I
oops.
played on the 360, I still felt bad. I was like, that's
PlayStation
ridiculous.
guys can suck it up.
No.
We had to wait a week for our Call of Duty DLC.
And they were fine playing Uncharted 3.
Yeah,
and God of War and Last of
Uncharted
Us.
4.
Yeah, God of War, the original.
God of War 3. Those games are still good games.
I know, but
they're not the
it
new
wasn't
one,
like.
but still, PlayStation 3 had some amazing games.
Infamous was amazing back
yeah.
then.
PlayStation
They've
also
always
had
had good
Battle
exclusives.
Royale.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
A freaking.
Shut up, you hater.
Yeah, gosh.
What
Nobody's gonna take you.
I'm buying. You know what? Just in spite, I'm buying PlayStation first next time. I'm still
Yeah.
gonna be playing Xbox most likely.
Yeah.
No!
Nobody.
Don't you
I'm
do
gonna
it.
go all multiplayer on PlayStation. F you. No.
Yeah. So Tanner has to get it. So he's
Yeah.
like, otherwise he just.
I'm totally joking though. I'm
Nobody's
probably,
gonna take you seriously if you don't.
I'm probably
respect
gonna get
PlayStation.
actually a PlayStation 5 when it comes out this year or whenever it comes out. So,
You get a PlayStation 4 because you're gonna miss out on a lot of games.
Yeah.
well, if it's backwards compatible, I'm
Oh,
not
that's
gonna
true.
buy
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy a PS4.
But you can get a PS4 probably super cheap this fall.
$200.
Get one, and then you have so many games. Like
I'm jealous.
My gosh,
You
yeah.
have Spider-Man, you have God of War,
he hasn't
you
even
have
played Last of Us,
Uncharted,
like-
you have Last of
You have
Us.
Nathan Drake collection, all the Uncharted.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing:
Infamous
is
1 and 2 and 2.
and
so
three
look,
was
I think about it. I'll buy a $200 console. I buy like 4 $60 games, and then like I'll probably play.
Well, you get the games for.
I'll play
$20.
a
Yeah,
little
you get 'em
bit
cheap now.
of Uncharted. I'll probably try to beat God of War. I'll probably beat God of War, and then I'll play just a little bit of the rest, and I won't ever beat them.
like Spider-Man, you won't beat.
Like the thing is I did that already with PlayStation. When
No.
Connor got the PlayStation 3, I played Infamous. You let me play it as much as I want. Remember?
If you gotta own your own console though, because once you
Yeah.
start playing God of War, it does have a story that pulls you in.
Because I played Uncharted and I beat Uncharted 3. You let me play, and then I tried to play Uncharted 2. I didn't finish it, and then there was a lot of games.
Because you went back.
You're supposed to play.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
But like, that's
I mean,
the
I
thing,
made
like,
the same mistake with starting with Uncharted 2, and then I never went back and played Uncharted. I started Uncharted 1, I was like, no, I want to. 3.
But like, yeah. So that's why I don't know.
God of War's a game you gotta play.
God of War's a must.
God of War's one that I
Spider-Man's a
really
must.
Spider-Man's definitely a must. I mean, it's
Last
it's
of
awesome.
Us is a must.
Last of Us is
But I played
definitely
Last
a
of Us.
must.
I played Last of Us.
Did you
already.
beat Last of
You
Us?
haven't
Do
beat
you know the
We
ending?
played it all
Well,
together.
together. You had to
We got to the very
experience
end.
that for yourself.
No, we didn't.
We got all the way to the
No, we
Utah.
didn't.
I remember we were at the temple.
Utah's
That's
not
where
the
we
end,
stopped.
No.
I thought they ended in the hospital in Utah.
No.
Well, you probably just found that out
Well,
separately.
you told me.
Well, you need to play it. And then Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy.
Last
Oh
of
my
Us
gosh,
probably
dude.
has the best story. Of
Until
any game.
Dawn. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's
I
up
don't know.
there for sure.
God of War's close too. But
Anyway, went on a tangent there for the console wars. But we thank you guys so
I can't
much
wait
for
to
joining
do a
us.
console wars episode.
I know,
Yeah,
it's gonna
we
be
can
awesome.
do a death match of it. We thank you guys for joining us for our predictions episode. Please, in the comments, leave what your predictions are. What do you guys think is going to be revealed? What are you looking forward to? What are you most excited for? Whose conference are you looking forward to? You can find us on social media at Super Bros Videos on Twitter, Super Basement Bros on Instagram. You can find us on all your favorite podcast services, Google Play Music, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, all that. Subscribe to us on YouTube and stuff, please. We really appreciate it. Leave us feedback.
If you
Rate
made
us
it this
on
far,
stuff.
congratulations.
Made it
I mean,
this
there's no
far.
video.
Congratulations. There's no video. We went on a tangent there.
Future Tanner, I know you're listening while you're
Photoshop
working.
R2D2.
Get back to work.
Photoshop R2D2 F in the chat for him, please.
Future Tanner plays PlayStation.
Play it.
Yeah, Future-
I-
yeah.
Future Tanner, you're probably already playing PlayStation.
Yeah,
so
Future
congratulations.
Tanner, congratulations, you're playing a PlayStation exclusive game. Isn't it amazing? Come on now. Like,
And right now I can hear myself screaming, no.
No, I
no.
can-
I can hear you.
no, I think I can hear him saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so
saying-
sick."
he's saying-
I missed out on,
he's saying,
I
F
missed
me.
out on 12 years of great gaming.
Yeah.
He's saying, spank me
Oh,
harder,
wait, I have
daddy.
to have a PlayStation 3.
Whoa,
to
that's
play
the wrong
Infamous.
Oh, oops.
Communication.
The long station.
Yeah.
I have to have a PlayStation 3 if I want to play Infamous 1. Oh,
He's
frick.
like, "Oh, that sucks. Why wasn't the PS4 backwards compatible? That's really dumb." Yeah, I can hear that too.
Oh, man. So
Fix
funny.
that in the next generation, please. Thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.